And we are here with episode 40 of the Fun Football Podcast. And it's me and Bill. How you doing, dude?
4-0, baby. 4-0. Can you believe that? 40? Dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Sweet. It's our last pick 'em of the season. I'm going to try to talk Bill into coming back for a free agency special. We're going to do some mock draft stuff. I didn't even know he was as into it as he is. So I'm super excited. So we've got more to come. And then we will be taking a hiatus over the summer. There'll be some fun pre-recorded stuff we'll put out. But then we'll be back with lives in the fall. And I think we're going to do Thursday nights. Probably. Yep. I think we're going to do 7 p.m. Eastern so that we're coming out like an hour and a half before the game. But, dude, how are you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Long day today. A lot of fun, though. I had a lot of catering orders, and I work for Chick-fil-A, so you guys go eat some Chick-fil-A. It was fun. Guess what? This one catering order that I did today, it was $2,200. It was for one family in Roanoke, and it was a dance party. It wasn't a wedding. It wasn't a bar mitzvah.
Yeah. How much chicken is that, man?
250 sandwiches and the 6 nugget trays and 6 macaroni and cheese. I mean, it does. And it's a dance party, dude. Their family just dancing. And it's in Roanoke. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome, dude.
Dude, it was cool. It's cool, man. I love doing that catering stuff, man. It's awesome. So
that's awesome, dude. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say we got to get Chick-fil-A as a sponsor.
Hey, if we in the future could, that would be freaking awesome. Seriously, that would be so sweet if we could do that. I would love that. So speaking of sponsors, I'm gonna be reaching out to some sponsors. I was just telling Bill. And I know there's some big people out there, 100,000's like one post for them. I get it. But it's been about 3 months of video of the show. And I counted up all the Facebook reels and Twitter and everything. And we're at 100,000 video views of the Fun Football Podcast. And I think just pure video, like episodes, I'm going to add it up. But I'm pretty sure we're over 10K. So I want to say thank you to the fans.
Thank you. Yeah.
We're going to start adding a segment where we welcome people on the show at the end. I'm going to work on that, especially as I put on the computer. Not probably for this episode, but for the fall. So, I had an episode last night with Chris B. We did an NBA special. We started with football stuff, but we did the trade deadline, and it's done pretty good. So I might toy with some more basketball stuff. I'm kind of...
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I used to play basketball in high school and stuff, but I mean, and I don't watch the NBA as much as I used to. I guess I'm old school. I used to watch it in the 80s and a little bit of the 90s, Michael Jordans and all that stuff. But man, dude.
Oh my gosh. Gary Payton, Jordan, Charles Barkley, the bad boy Pistons. I know my NBA, like this season I've had to delve so deep in the NFL. There's going to be some more content coming out on the Podcast Boys Network. So I'm going to pitch it really quick. We may have an MLB show coming. Bill?
Okay.
I know we watch a little more baseball. So the 2 kids that are on the network, they're awesome. The football expert, right? I think his name Reichley, and Lincoln from I'm drawing a blank. American Football Network joined Podcast Boys.
Nice.
And Janae is going to be starting a movie show for us. Well, not movie, sorry. Full entertainment show for us very soon. Cool. I will be on the posts because I'm going to try to take most of a social media break, but I'll be on all the social media promoting it. So that show's going to premiere soon, and I'm going to guest on it a few times, especially when we talk some movies. So also I'm going to do it the first 5 minutes. I'm going to be good about it. Thank you to Shady Sports Network for putting us on, and he's been talking to me on the side. And thank you, dude. Appreciate it. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Shady.
Also, let's do some. I want to get lots of comments on this show because this is our last pick'em of the season. We've only got 1 game left.
That's it.
Our Packers didn't make it.
Nope.
But Bill, I got a fun idea for you. Okay.
Okay.
Before we pick this game, and I'm going to write this down. Okay.
Okay. Write it down. Yep.
Too early prediction, pre-free agency, pre the draft. Who do you think we'll see in Super Bowl 59 in February 2025.
Ooh, wow.
No, they might be a little bit young, but seriously, who do you think?
You know what? As much as KC, I don't see them going back to. I think next year a team to watch in the AFC. I'm gonna go Baltimore. Finally takes that leap and gets there. I'm gonna go Baltimore. And for the NFC, you know what? The Packers were that close, and I know might be a little biased here. If Aaron Jones coming back, and I think if we get some players in the draft, I can see us being right there. I'm going to say Packers and Ravens.
Nice take, dude. And also, man, before I get into more stuff, I want to say thanks for doing so many of these shows. Hopefully in the fall we can keep doing it on Thursdays. And we're going to bring, I think, some, we've already talked about it off air. I think we're going to bring other people on occasionally, especially when we suck on our picks. Janae, what's up? She's what I'm talking about. I might bring her on. Janae, hang tight because I'm going to probably, if you're still with me towards the end, I might bring you on to pitch your show on this one towards the end because I want to spread the love. I want everybody at Podcast Boys I want their shows to do awesome. One more thing. I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and I've got to say thank you. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a little milestone because I've learned once you hit 100 on YouTube, they literally throw your stuff out more. And it's been working recently. Lincoln helped me a ton from American Football Network. He's the best high school senior. And this dude's he's got merchandise already. He's about to monetize with YouTube. Oh, Bill, he got us a sponsor already with Amazon.
No way.
I don't know all the details yet. We're going to talk. So I don't know what to pitch, but we might be promoting Amazon. Yeah, he got us a sponsor. We haven't got to talk yet. Yeah. So he helped with YouTube, but I said I was going to do it on air. I'm going to do it. The last 2 followers or subscribers on YouTube were Punches and Popcorn. I haven't gotten to listen to their show yet. It was right before this. They're on Twitter. They've got a YouTube channel as well. It's the Lunchador Podcast. And their name is Punches and Popcorn on Twitter. But also the other one is the Jag Bros. They're on everything, Apple, Spotify, all that, and YouTube. And they do a Jaguar show. Again, I haven't gotten to listen to it because I was just on a betting show, and this just happened. So thank you guys. I'm giving you a shout out. Go check them out. So thank you. Yeah.
Eat more popcorn. That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Eat more popcorn. I could promote popcorn all day. I was hoping to get, dude, it's bold, but I was hoping to get Coca-Cola because I'm always drinking a Coke Zero on these episodes. I was like, if we ever get big enough, the first big sponsor I want to get is Coca-Cola. Because even if I stop drinking it, I'll hold a Coca-Cola can because I love Coke Zero.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Dude, this has been such a blast. I've needed it recently. It's been a rough few weeks. I've just been really missing my aunt a lot. So, and my wife's been gone for last week. She gets back from her cruise tomorrow. So I'm done loading up the shows. I've got a few next week post Super Bowl and then hiatus. But I will still be doing shorts and I'm going to pre-record some episodes. And then I'll be back for free agency. We're going to do a ton of mock draft stuff. So we got more, but this is our last pick 'em until September. So we might have to do a preseason one just to scratch that itch.
You know what we could do for that one? We could predict the records and how they're going to be in their divisions and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I really do in May. I want to pre-record some episodes for June and July. So we can just put out, and I want to do predictions for the NFC North. Spend a night. We'll do short episodes, make them 30 minutes, record 3 or 4. Yeah. I want to do that. So, guys, there'll still be content in the summer. I'm just not going to be doing lives in the summer, except if the NBA gets exciting, I might do some small NBA stuff. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. If people ask for it, I'm going to have to give them what they want.
Right. Oh, no. Yeah. What is your favorite basketball team, by the way, in the NBA?
So I'm more of a player person. I grew up watching Jordan, and gosh, he's the best. I love LeBron. So I'd love to see the Lakers be good. But honestly, I just like to see good basketball. I'd like to see I hope the Mavs moves in the deadline yesterday helped them. I'd love to see the Knicks finally be decent, and they made some killer moves. Like, I really think if it's not Boston, I think Miami, because with Jimmy Butler, they're always a threat, or maybe the Knicks in the East. And in the West, you got some exciting teams. You got the Thunder. They're coming up strong. Minnesota's got a good D. I don't know if I trust them yet. You got Denver. You got the Suns. I'd love to watch them finally win a title. I lived in Arizona for 20 years. So it'd be great. But if not, I always want to see LeBron win another ring.
Yeah.
So I grew
I'm
up watching Jordan, man. He's my absolute all-time favorite.
well, growing up in Wisconsin, I remember going to, as a kid, my dad, my stepmom, and my brother, we would all go to the Bucks games, Milwaukee Bucks. And back then they were okay. Sidney Moncrief and Bob Lanier, that's kind of dating. They were all right. But now with Giannis now, dude, there's something, dude. They're tough.
I'm curious if them sacrificing defense and getting Lillard and giving up Holiday is going to help them in the long run or burn them. Because they do have Lillard and Giannis is an amazing 1-2 offensive punch.
Oh, yeah.
They went out and got Beverly at the deadline. I'm curious if that's going to make a needle move. It's going to be a fun offseason for playoff run for them because I love Giannis. I play with him in NBA 2K all the time. He's my favorite player in the NBA that's still in his prime. I love LeBron. He's not quite in his prime anymore, even though he's still stupid good for 40, almost. My next Super Bowl prediction, I'll be silly. I want the Packers. I would love it. I honestly think, realistically, I think it's between them and Detroit and San Fran in the NFC. I don't trust anybody in the NFC East. Maybe Philly figures it out. I don't trust Dallas. I don't see anybody in the NFC South unless Tampa makes some stupid moves. But I love Baker, but I can't see it for them either. I can't see the Rams maybe to be the other threat. Maybe they continue that rebuild on offense. But I think between those three teams, I got to see Lamar actually do it. So I'm going to go Packers and Chiefs next Super Bowl.
Packers Chiefs again. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how can you go wrong with the Chiefs? Dude,
defense, man. It's stupid good. So
it is stupid good.
So I'm going to throw you a curve. I don't know if you actually gamble. I don't. It's illegal in Texas other than our, we do our
It is illegal in Texas, yeah.
I don't do it. I don't. But there are some from prop bets, and I was on a prop bet show earlier. So I'm going to toss you some in a little while.
Got it.
I can see that. Janae, if you're still there at the end, I'm going to send you a link to throw you out, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So all of our pitches and stuff aside, I think I've done everything. I want to say thanks to everybody for joining the network too. We're excited. And so we might have an MLB show coming out soon. And in the fall, I'd really love to get a fantasy football show. I haven't talked to Med totally about it. I'd almost like to do it, but I don't want to, kill myself doing too many shows. But we want to expand, and we do. The problem is that we just decide if we want to pay for the next level of StreamYard. But if we do get some sponsors, we'd like to expand and do more than just sports. And we'd also like to do some other sports. I know you guys like hockey.
Yep, I love hockey.
I haven't even talked to Matt about this yet, but that is something we'd like to explore. UFC would be a lot of fun. NBA, MLB. I think we should get some soccer in eventually. This is my big plan for the network. We may have to get, if we get any sponsors at all, we'll start upgrading very soon. I'd love to get some entertainment, get some movies in, TV, music, video games would be great. And I'd even be down to do this one with Lynn because I actually used to review restaurants in high school as an entertainment editor and in college. And Lynn writes reviews all the time for Google. So I'd like to do a food one, some restaurant reviews. I think that'd be fun.
I like that idea. You and Lynn. Get Lynn in here too. That's good, man. That's good.
I'm going to have to talk her into it, but I think if the network keeps taking off, that's my big plan. So people that are here, that's what I'd like to do. And we'd like to work with more collaborators, like more people. We want to build some more collaborations with other networks, other podcasters. So we're going to be bringing more and more people on in the fall. And we'd like to get it to the point where it's kind of like a TV network where there's stuff on all the time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the big plans. I took 15 minutes of the show, but I wanted to plug all this stuff because I'm about to take a break. So, all right, let's talk Super Bowl.
What we got for it? Shoot away, man. Shoot away.
We're going to bets.
Okay.
how do you think the game unfolds? What's your pick here? Like, you give me like a 2-3 minute spiel here. Like, how do you think the game plays out?
All right. I think, a lot of people are thinking, okay, KC is going to come out offensively on fire, put up a lot of points. I really think it's going to be defensive. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I don't think either team gets above 30. I mean, I know this might be sounding weird, but I think it's going to be such a defensive battle. I'm thinking the highest it might go is 28 points. I'm thinking like a 28-24 or 27-24.
So the over-under is 47.5. Can I ask you really quick? Do you think I had them slightly over earlier? Like, because I could see it being 27-24, and that would be like 51 points.
That's 51.
If you were betting, would you bet on the over on the points or the under?
I would go the over. I think it's going to be over 47, but not much than that.
I agree with you. I could see it going under, but I agree. I know you got a lot of stats, so I got some stuff for you too.
Okay, good.
Keep going. Sorry, I want
do you want me to go on my stat stuff now or what?
Ooh, hey, you're gonna like this comment. So after the San Fran thing, I think the Chiefs, I could see that, or the flip, Janae. I could see it. You're gonna like this comment, Bill. Lori, the finals are coming up. UNT's losing the leg. Hang in there, UNT. Mean Green win. University of North Texas, giving them a shout out.
That's my mother-in-law, Lori.
That's awesome that she's watching, dude.
Yeah,
I love that. Like, if my grandma from Michigan, I could get her on. That'd be so cool. Like, it's cool when family watches it. Like, whenever Lynn pops on or my dad, I love it. Seriously.
She's my mother-in-law, but she's like another mom to me, so I love her.
That's good, man. I get it. That's why the aunt thing sucked, because unfortunately I don't have a strong relationship with my mom, but also like she was it. I did talk to my uncle this week. That was really nice. I want to give him another call. So, also I think I hadn't told you this. I'm gonna say it on air. I don't care. Okay. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo. I don't know if I told you about it. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo of her letter for Jay for Julie on my birthday, and 18. Like in Scrabble, because she liked Scrabble. So
really?
Yeah.
Me and my mother-in-law Lori, we play Scrabble too. It's awesome, dude.
We should play that next time we all hang out soon. That'd be cool.
All right.
Maybe in March. That'd be nice.
All right. That sounds good. All right.
Definitely way before football season for sure.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You know what? Maybe we get together and do a live.
Yes.
That'd be really cool, man. We could either do a free agency one or we could do a mock in March.
Hey, sounds good.
Cool. Maybe I can talk Lynn into doing it, all four of us. If we can back the camera up enough, me, you, Will, and Lynn, we could all do an episode together, or at least the two of us.
That would be fun.
Cool.
Okay.
That'd be cool. All right, we'll try to coordinate it. Yeah, the hardest. I'm just going to openly admit this. I like that. I want this podcast to be pure honesty. I don't like when people on TV, and I get it because they're forced to, because they're making tons of money, and I get it. You got to make a living, and they make a great living, but it feels scripted. I'm not about that at all, and I probably never will be. Even if we get sponsors and hit it big,
no,
not going to do it. I've been kind of angry. I've been working on it. Like, I'm really trying to work on it this week. I think because the wife was got it hurt, but I've been in that kind of anger, frustration stage of grief. But it is what it is. And I'm not going to lie. This is the first one as an adult that's really, really hurt. But I'll be okay. Just one that stings. That's how life goes. It can't always be up.
Hey, you know what though, Isaac?
Sick, so watching her suffer would have sucked.
Yeah. You know what though, my friend? You're human, and that you're just showing your human side, man. And that's what I think why people listen to this, because we're just being ourselves. We are who we are. We're not trying to do this we're just doing this for fun. Yeah. And we're doing this as friends. So, I mean, yeah.
And we were talking on the phone for 45 minutes to an hour every week anyways about all the stats stuff before we were doing this for 2 years. That's why I was like, why don't we just make it a thing? Exactly. Your feelings. Thanks, Janae. If you're still there in about, it may crack a little over an hour because of all the stuff in the beginning, but towards I'll cue you in to come talk about your show. She may do 2, but we're not going to overwork her. So we're going to see how she likes the first one. She has a rivalry show idea for the fall. That's kind of cool. So like when the Packers and Bears play, we highlight that one. Michigan, Ohio State college football. I would love to like make that one college football in the NFL. There's some other NBA rivalries and NHL too, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So who do you got winning this?
I have San Francisco winning 27-24.
Dude, that's my exact score. No way.
No way.
Yeah. No, yeah, it really is. I'm really hoping I'm right. I'm tired of KC, but I do love Andy Reid. Mahomes is he's an absolute stud.
Oh, yeah.
So the line is 2, and I think we're both feeling like we would take that bet on San Fran too. And I get why. So I'm looking at Yahoo, which is BetMGM, and it's got 73% of the money on KC and 60% of the bets. And that's kind of like, to me, that's kind of heavy KC here. Janae thinks San Fran wins too. That's kind of heavy KC here because
yes,
they weren't like extremely dominant even in the playoffs, but neither was San Fran. So
do you want to hear is it time to share some of these stats that kind of goes into the spread and betting a little bit?
All right. Do it.
All right. The first one I found, I did a little research. The team that scores first, so whoever scores first in this Super Bowl, 65% of the time, that team wins. So if KC scores first,
all Super Bowls, I want to make sure
all Super Bowl.
So 57 Super Bowls, the team that scores first, it's kind of like Game 5 of a final of a playoff series, of the finals especially. It's like 65%. Okay, so almost 2/3 of the time that team wins the game. Okay?
Yep. The next one, the betting on the winning team, they cover the spread 87% of the time.
So you're saying all these bets on KC, they're going to cover?
Yes. So if it's what is KC's favored by 2.5?
No. San Fran's favored by 2.
Oh, San Fran is okay. So,
but the bets are more on KC for sure.
Right. So 80% of the time, the betting on the winning team. So if you think the winning team is going to be San Francisco, they're going to cover the spread by 87% of the time.
Interesting.
The other one I have is the team who rushes for more yards historically wins and covers the spread as well. So whichever team.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, that's not, yeah. And then the last one I found was only 43% of the teams after winning the coin toss go on to win the game. So whoever wins the coin toss.
What was the 43%? What was the number on the team that runs more? What was the number though?
The team who historically wins and covers. They didn't give me. I didn't find a number on that one, but they usually cover. They usually win and then cover the spread. The one that rushes more yards.
Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not surprised. I just was looking. Okay. All right. Yeah. I like it, dude. Yeah. Very nice.
I thought that was interesting.
I like it, dude. You got some good stuff, man. This was fun. You're like all ready too. I like. You're like, boom! I got this. Okay, so I don't have any of that. I got a little bit, but I got some fun prop bets that I'm gonna throw in. But I'm gonna do my pick first. And then I'm gonna throw you some props, and I want to know where you go with it. And then I think we got to talk a little bit of the NFL awards from the other night. We'll do that at the end. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like Stefanski winning Coach of the Year and all that stuff. So we'll talk that at the end. I want to do Super Bowl chat first. Okay. So here's my thought on how this game unfolds. I can see some stuff here. So I've got to do it the way I've done it all year. I'm not going to throw a ton of like stats out. We're going to do like, I'm not gambling on the game other than my squares. So,
right. Yeah.
Okay. So the 49ers, 3rd on offense, Chiefs 15th on offense. Weakest offense they brought into a Super Bowl under the Mahomes era. But still, 49ers are 2nd in yards. Chiefs are 9th in total yards, so still top 10. This is kind of surprising. and I actually do got to bring some stats in right now, some props because they lead into it. So I'm going to do it. Brock Purdy and the Chiefs, or there it is. The 49ers are 4th in passing. The Chiefs are 6th. It's not much of a difference, surprisingly. And that's with Kelsey having a down season. You can believe that. I found that really interesting. So there are some prop bets that go right with what I just said. So there was more about Mahomes under 262.5 passing yards. And unfortunately, I'm not on the computer, so I can't pull up DraftKings and play with it. But the funny thing is, Mahomes hasn't, even though they've won the last 3 playoff games, he hasn't topped 262 passing yards in 5 straight games. So I might take that even if they win, because I think they're going to have to lean on Pacheco. The problem is the 49ers run D is their strength, but Detroit and even Green Bay with a couple runs just proved you can run on them.
True. But I would say if I were a betting man, I don't think he's going to pass for that much. I think
I'd go under too.
I would go under because I think the Pacheco is going to run just like Green Bay ran on San Fran. I would say lower, and I think the rushing yards are going to be higher against San Fran.
I agree. I like it. That's exactly where I was going. I went under. I also had a fun one, okay? I'm going to throw it in.
All right, go.
I had Money Moody missing a field goal. He's missed one in 3 straight games.
I'll take that bet. I'll definitely take that bet.
I thought you would like this because we don't talk gambling, but even though we're not gambling, I think we should toss a little more into our Thursday shows because it's right up your alley. I know I'm speaking to Bill right now. Bill's like, all right, I like it.
If I had money to gamble, I would, but I don't. So
that's exactly where I'm at. But I got Money Moody missing that field goal. I got Kelsey. And then I'll give you my prediction, but we're rating the stats stuff, so we'll just do it now. Kelsey over 73 receiving yards. Now, here's my concern. They could throw Fred Warner on him, but I still think the majority of the yards, even if Mahomes does go over, I think the majority of it's going to be Kelsey and Rice. I don't maybe Scantling with the deep pass, but I think it's going to be those two. They don't use Pacheco enough as a receiver. So
I think Kelsey's going to have a big game. I think he's going to go over 70. I'm going to say 90 yards, a touchdown, at least 1, maybe 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
There was a really good bet on, and Med's right. People like gambling, so I'm going to talk to the gamblers for a second. But even though we're not gambling and it's not as exact as some of the gambling shows, I don't care. I'm going to toss it in. There was one it was pretty good odds on Kelsey 90 yards, and I might take that because he just proved in that AFC Championship how much of a beast he is.
He's
still. What's funny is, yes, he's slowed down a little, but I think he's still got enough of his powers left. And this is such a big Super Bowl legacy one for him to win a third one with Mahomes. This is going to be fun, and Mahomes is going to have to lean on him because they just don't have a lot of other weapons.
No, they don't.
They don't. So
MVS can stretch the field, but he's just hit. Yeah, exactly. That's
You know what I mean? It's I just don't think so. I really don't. So, all right. I got some more for you. Purdy. Right. Oh, I didn't hit this one earlier rushing, but we're going to talk about that one. Purdy under, and I kind of get this because this leads into my next thing. So I'll read the rest of the stats, and I got a Purdy one for you. So rushing yards, this is a little surprising. I agreed. He has slowed down a lot, Janae. I agree. MVS couldn't catch gold. He caught 2 big ones the last 2 games. But I agree. It's funny. Rushing yards on offense. The 49ers are 3rd in the NFL. Chiefs are 19th. Time of possession, 49ers are 8th. The Chiefs are 14th. Okay. Defensively. So the strength, 49ers are just awesome on offense, but the Chiefs do better passing the ball. They're not a great rushing team, even with Pacheco. They're only 19th.
Yeah.
Defense, though, this is surprising. People wouldn't expect this. Points per game. KC is 2nd. San Fran is 3rd.
Cool.
Yards. KC is 2nd. San Fran is 8th. Surprising, right? Passing yards. KC is 4th. San Fran is 14th.
Ooh, man.
No. Hey, Steven, what's up, man? I'm hopping on a show Tuesday. He's got a really cool show. Talking Packers with Steve. It was awesome. I hopped on there last week. PMAC was on there. There was a special ed teacher. It was great. I'm going on there Tuesday. We're going to do Super Bowl finale show. That's going to be fun. Tuesday, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern time. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that, Steve. Anyways, past D. So KC's 4th, San Fran's 14th. That's their weakness.
Yeah.
Rush D, and you would think that people have hit this recently. San Fran is 3rd in rush D, but the Lions went on them, and the Chiefs are 18th. Yeah. So I'm worried about that.
And we ran on them. Yeah.
McCaffrey against that KCD though. This could be a heavy rushing Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then sacks, KC's 2nd, San Fran is 6th. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, Steve. So interception. This is an interesting one too. San Fran is 1st. KC is 27th. They don't take the ball away. So Purdy throws them a couple ones like he did us and Detroit. Are they going to catch it? They do have a great pass. So we're gonna see. So I got some prop bets for you here. Okay, I think you're gonna like it. All right. So we talked to Mahomes. I'd go under. You guys rock. Enjoying the show episode here. Indeed, I hope the 49ers win. I agree. People, get your popcorn. We got some prop bets for you. I wish I had like a graphic. I'm gonna work on getting a laptop and putting like graphics up and stuff during the show. But this is cool time, and we might build a segment in on this on our show. If I do a second episode a week, which I've not decided on, I'll definitely be hitting the fantasy because that's where people want is fantasy and betting. I get it.
Yep.
Prop bets. Who you guys picking to win the Super Bowl? We're both picking. Hey, Jason, we both picked we had the same score too. 49ers, both of us.
Yep.
Steven says prop bets. Ooh. Yep. And I'm gonna do better with like having like at the end of a thing throwing comments in. Okay.
Comments, yeah.
Mahomes under 0.5 interception. So that means he doesn't throw one. See, he hasn't thrown an interception in a record 6 straight postseason games. I'm going to say he doesn't throw the pick, but if they fall behind, I could see him just having to sling it and force it to somebody. So it's basically saying, do you think Mahomes is going to throw any interceptions?
I'm going to say he throws. I think he gets one interception. That's the turning tide and why the Niners win. That one turnover right there. I think he throws one interception.
I think it's a fumble by either him or Pacheco or Rashee Rice, maybe Kelsey even. It's going to be somebody with a fumble key. I don't think there's going to be a ton of sacks in the game. We're going to get to that one in a second, but that's just where I'm at. We'll see. Who knows? Lies. He will throw one. She calls him Patricia. She hates Mahomes. My wife does too, actually. Okay. We talked Brock Purdy under 248.5 passing yards. He hasn't cleared this number in 5 straight games. And the Chiefs defense, they kept Tua and Josh Allen under 200 passing yards.
I say under. I think they're going to go under. They're going to try to rely on the running game of McCaffrey and try to pound that rock. And if they're successful, they win. If they don't, then it's going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah, they've got a plethora of weapons, but that Chiefs secondary is special. You got McDuffie and you got Snead, and I think that they're going to put Debo and Ayuk. I think they're going to put them in a blender. I think they'll still make some plays, but I don't think it's going to be a ton. That's just where I'm at with it. That's just what I'm thinking.
Kittle
that Chiefs secondary is special. I've been doing breakdowns, people, if you want to check them out. We did a whole full one on this show and Blitz, my other show. I didn't put the tag on because this is fun football, but I did, and I've been doing short reels of every position, and I'm up to defensive line and linebackers on most of my social media, and I'm about to hit secondary, and the 49ers secondary is their weakness. So if Mahomes can figure this out, I think they can exploit that 49ers secondary. But the Chiefs secondary, that is the strength of their defense other than Chris Jones. Jason says 49ers by 7. He's got him getting 30 points.
Okay.
Janae says, I agree they will run the ball down their throats, but they will throw when necessary. I agree.
I think Kittle. Who's going to play on Kittle? Who's going to cover Kittle?
So I think it's Bolton. The Chiefs got.
Okay.
I don't know, man. He's their best linebacker. That is the concern. Can they lock down
That's
Kittle? You
right.
check fullback. They're going to need him to catch some passes, and McCaffrey is still a beast. So
Yeah.
the Chiefs linebackers, as good as Bolton is,
Mhm.
that's probably the weakness of that defense if there is one. But that defense is
Right.
freaking good,
Oh,
man.
it is.
Like Mahomes in a D is scary. I think that it's going to be really tough. And the
Yeah.
combination of Reed and Spagnuolo, it's going to be tough to topple, man. It really
Yep.
is.
It should be a very competitive game. I'm hoping it's going to be entertaining. Then watch it'll be a blowout. But I mean, it's just never know. But I hope it's a good, entertaining game.
Me too. I hope so. I just want a good one. I want good commercials.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift needs to come out and sing. I'm not a huge Usher guy. I hope he puts on a good show. I want some good commercials. I want a Deadpool 3 trailer. Give it to me.
There you
Deadpool
go.
3,
There you go.
Godzilla Kong 2. I want it. I want my Super Bowl because they always drop these awesome movie ones in the Super Bowl, and that's what I want. I want some big ones. People, if you know, there's other movies you're excited about, you want a trailer, throw them out. Like this would be crazy. What if we had like so they drop a Deadpool 3 one, they drop a little Joker 2 teaser.
Ooh,
What if
man, that would be good.
What if they throw a Mufasa the new Lion King trailer? There's some
Ooh.
big movies this year that are coming
And
out.
what about Mission Impossible 20?
So they postponed it. It's coming out next year. I just watched Dead Reckoning. I had fun. I'm a big Mission Impossible guy. I honestly should do a movie show. I could talk movies all day. I used to review them, and I used to review movies and restaurants in high school and in college, and I had an absolute blast with it. I was an entertainment editor. That was I almost went for that instead of sports, but I was like, I got to talk football. I have to. So I almost did that instead. Okay, I got some more prop bets.
All right.
Okay, so the one we saw in DraftKings was more than two guys throw a pass because I think there's going to be some like trick play with Christian McCaffrey throwing a pass or somebody else. What do you think of that one?
I would say that's a very high probability. I would say over 2. I would say over 2.
So Janae's talking about a Queen of Premier. We'll discuss this. That's going to be her entertainment show. So hang tight, Janae. I'm going to bring you on. We're going to finish our prop bet. We're going to do our NFL awards. Anything else me and Bill need to say? Because I think we're only going to have one more, and then the post show. So unless I told the wife, if the Chiefs lose, she might get first rights for the Monday show. I'm going to come back with the Monday recap Super Bowl show Monday night. So, all right, I got some more for you.
Okay,
these are fun. Mahomes.
Yeah.
Rushing. So there's attempts, but I'm going to go yards. I think it was 23 yards. I think is what I saw. You think he's over or under? Because I was thinking over.
He's going to be under duress. He's going to run for over 20 some yards. Yeah, he's going to get like probably 40, 50. He's going to be scrambling.
Do you think that 49ers D gets home with the guard out?
Yes. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on him. He's going to have to make plays with his legs. He's going to either run or run out of the pocket and make.
The wife. Thank you.
Hey.
We're talking 49ers. I didn't know you were still awake, babe. I thought she was
Hi, wifey.
She a cruise. She just went to Cozumel, Mexico, Honduras, and Costa Maya, Mexico. She was on a cruise with the family, so I'm excited for her to come home.
And you didn't take us? What's up with that?
I know, right? I did the same cruise with her in October last year, and we're doing another one, same spots. Right after we switched cruises. We're doing another one right after Thanksgiving. So
awesome.
I'll actually, speaking of that, I'll need you to carry the show that week. So
okay, all right.
I'd like to during the football season. It'd be nice if there was no break. So
yeah,
she says, gotcha. "Hey, Bill."
Okay. Hi.
I told him we were going to get together in March or April and do a little free agency mock draft one or something.
Hopefully in person too. So yeah,
in person, get together and play some games.
There you go.
She says Pat Mahomes can't throw under pressure.
Yep.
She really hates him. She says over. He's going to be running. So I like that. I'm happy the wife's watching. Hey, babe, I miss you. Okay. So yeah, Thuney's the All Pro guard. Thuney's out for the Chiefs.
Yep.
That's it, man. They got some guys questionable, but they're going to play. Happily
Yeah, they're gonna
supporting the Hubs now. I go to bed. Love you, Vay. Thank you.
Bye.
She's the
Thanks.
best. The show wouldn't happen without her. So thank you. I told her we had Amazon lined up, and I was trying to get Coke. I did see an affiliate one for 5 Hour Energy, and they try. But
Oh, really?
I'm like debating if we don't have any big ones. I'm like thinking about calling local places and seeing if they'd want to sponsor it. I know how many views we need. I'm new to this, so I'm hoping we can land some. That'd be really cool because I'd like to expand. If we've got a little bit of money to do it with StreamYard, and maybe I can get a new laptop, that'd be sweet.
Or a microphone, something. Yeah, I would love that too. Yeah,
well, I'd like to plug the microphone into the computer because I have a microphone. It just doesn't connect to this very well. So,
well, and see, I'm on my phone, but I wanted to plug in my computer too. So yeah, I know exactly.
Also, turn your phone sideways for me really quick. Look, watch how much more you can see. See?
Is that better?
Yeah, I can see all of you. I forgot to tell you earlier.
Okay. All right.
And I've got a little stand. We'll work on some stuff. I put it on my computer. I have a pop socket, so we'll talk about stuff. We don't. You don't have to. It's just it. It makes it look like I'm on a computer because I have both hands, but it's just sitting there. I started doing that a while ago. So, anyways, okay. But I do want to try to get it. Just start doing them on the computer. That way, I can have my phone and it looks better. Okay. All right. I got some more for you. Couple more.
All right. Got it.
This is a non-football one.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, actually, I got one more football one. Purdy over 12.5 rushing yards.
I'm Purdy, yeah. He'll be over. Way over. Yeah. He'll be rushing.
Because as good as that 49ers O-line is, that's a huge key in this game. They manhandled that Lions D-line, and that was one of the reasons the Lions lost. They couldn't get pressure, and that's the strength of that D, and they manhandled them. If Chris Jones gets pressure, and I got to look up this dude's name. The other guy, he had like 10 sacks this year. If they get pressure, then this is going to be a problem for the 49ers. Chiefs defense. I got to get the kid's name. He's really good. He's got a running mate. So those two need to get pressure for the Chiefs if they want a chance. Let me grab it.
I think this is going to be a game.
I think it's Carla. I think it's Karlaftis. I think it's Karlaftis.
Carl. Okay.
Ben would know. He's not here. I think it's Karlaftis.
Yeah.
Can I click him? Oh, will you tell me how many sacks he had? Yes, he had 10.5 sacks. It's Karlaftis.
Okay.
10.5. CMC is going to run all over KC's D. See, that's what I think. They do have really gay. Nick Bolton is awesome. He's a good linebacker. It is going to be an interesting game. I agree. I totally do agree. Thank you guys for joining our last pick'em of the 2024 season. And I can't believe we've done 40 episodes of this. That's awesome, dude.
40. That's awesome, man.
Isn't that crazy? So, the Chiefs D, if there's a way to attack it, I think it is through it's either going to be in the intermediate because I don't think that secondary, even with the 49ers weapons, they can attack. But if they do, the Chiefs have some problems. Whereas on the other side, Mahomes, I know they're going to run Pacheco, but I think that 49er pass D is the most. That's where they're going to have to win. I know that they're going to want to run McCaffrey.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs are going to have to. I think the Chiefs are going to have to throw the ball to win this game. I really do.
Yeah. Really do. Well, and I think a lot of it is if they can get a couple good runs with Pacheco, kind of open up, and then have the Niners, throw up an extra, safety or whatever to try to stop the run. That opens up, the lanes for it. So I think it's going to be key for KC to get off the running game right away. If they can't, then that favors the Niners big time.
Over in that order. Okay, so I know you're tired. I've had a long week too. So I got a couple more. Purdy over 12.5 rushing yards. We both think over. His legs might be the key here. Same with Mahomes.
Yep.
All right, I got some fun ones. Little John appears with Usher at the Super Bowl. I would book that. If I had 10 grand, I'd put 10 grand on that bet. He's going to come out and sing And I also think Will.i.am's going to come out and sing OMG with Usher. I think they're both going to come out. I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor does something, but I think those two for sure.
I think, yes, I would go with that one. I think that's a pretty good bet. Taylor, I think she's going to make some kind of appearance somehow, some way. Even, yeah.
Not just in the booth. Yeah.
Not just in the booth. No, she's
I
going to,
think
yeah.
I think so too. And it's
Yeah.
just going to be a smash hit because
Oh,
Danae says no, but I like Taylor Swift and millions of Americans do. So, total time Taylor Swift will be shown live if she doesn't sing. And it's funny, she only had 24 seconds of screen time in Buffalo.
okay.
And it was 66 seconds the week before, 32 seconds. So the bet is 28 and a half seconds. And I think it's the Super Bowl. They're gonna show her as much as they can. If Kelsey has anything going on in the game.
I'm going to go over that. I'm going to say, I would say close to a minute. I'm going to say close to a minute.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so final prediction. So I'm going to stick with it. And my biggest bet that I locked in earlier with Pete, I had Money Moody missing that field goal, and I had Purdy under on his passing yards. And I really like the McCaffrey throwing a pass or somebody else throwing a pass.
Yes. I think there's going to be some trickery plays. There's going to be some, triple reverse it, whatever kind of thing. There's going to be some mixing it up. I think that's good.
Okay, I did a poor job with this earlier, and we've got a little bit more. But guys, to help support the show, please go share it with your friends if you like it. Please go subscribe on YouTube. It is now on Instagram. I'm going to be putting more reels on there. It is on TikTok. It's on Facebook. And it's obviously on Twitter. And right now it's streaming live on Facebook on my profile and Fun Football Podcast. It's streaming on Shady Stuff. And it's streaming on a bunch of Twitter. So it's streaming in 8 locations. Please share it. The more it grows, the more stuff that we can. It helps us to keep it going. I don't even know how many hours into this thing. So it really meant a lot when I saw the 100,000 thing because I don't even know how many hours. So watch on YouTube and like the videos. Please subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm going to start plugging that in the beginning, but okay. Let's talk NFL honors and then anything else, Bill, you got. All right.
Okay.
So I was a little surprised by some of these.
Okay, which one?
Well, I wasn't surprised by Cam Hayward winning Man of the Year. I mean, that one I get. Lamar Jackson, I didn't want him to win, but I knew he was going to. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have voted for him, but I knew he was going to win. That was my prediction. It sucks because it's become the best quarterback, not the best quarterback. It's become an award for the quarterback on the best regular season team. And that sucks because McCaffrey had over 2,000 total yards and 20 TDs. Why didn't he win? In my opinion, he was the MVP. Or even Tyreek Hill, get fun with it. Not Dak. Even Brock Purdy, I would have been more for than.
Well, McCaffrey McCaffrey got Offensive Player of the Year, but I know what you're saying. I mean, as valuable as McCaffrey is, you take McCaffrey, the Niners aren't the Niners. I mean, so I get what you're saying.
Man of the Year should have been Aaron Jones for the Packers. Interesting.
Yeah, Aaron Jones was a beast this year for us, man. I mean, without him, again, the Packers wouldn't have got where they got either. So
I agree. Janae, in about 2 or 3 minutes, Bill's going to carry for a second. I'm going to send you the link really fast in a few minutes. Okay. Why was he not even nominated? I agree.
Right.
Dak. Yeah. Dak was up for MVP. I don't know if he was up for that for Man of the Year. I know all the candidates on the other ones. I'm not sure on that one. Comeback Player of the Year. So here's the thing.
Ooh.
I get the Joe Flacco one.
Yeah.
I would have gone. I mean, Hamlin I thought was going to win, honestly, to come back from near death. But I would have gone Baker, dude.
Mayfield,
He had a heck of a season. It wasn't like Daniel Jones was with it wasn't like Daniel Jones with where he had 15 TDs and everyone got excited with the Giants. He had almost 30 touchdowns with over 4,000 yards. He had a career season with Tampa Bay. And they did go out and win a playoff game and won the division. That was pretty sweet, dude. I would have gone Baker, seriously. Because he came back from barely doing anything the last 2 years.
Yeah. No, I think that fits right in. I mean, I can agree with that. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold on one second.
The one I really like, and I think it was definitely well deserved. Stroud getting Rookie of the Year. I think that was
absolutely good.
I
Good
mean,
segue. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. Stroud deserved it. I like
yep,
Laporta a lot. It should have been Musgrave.
yeah,
Breakout Player of the
yeah,
Year. Yeah, that'd be cool if they had like a Breakout Player of the Year because Jordan Love was surprising.
right,
Um, I agree with Stroud. You knew he was going to win. If it wasn't him, I like Laporta or Nakua
yeah,
for the Rams.
yeah.
Dude, the Lions, the fact they had two guys for offensive
Mhm.
Rookie of the Year, they are going to
Yes.
be, the Lions are going to be tough.
Yeah, Packers, we got our work cut out for us.
And the Bears, if they play their cards right with all these picks, they could
Yeah,
be, they could flip this one pick, this number one pick, and get a haul. And they could, or they could go out and get Marvin Harrison and get a quarterback at 9, or they could get a quarterback and a stud receiver at 9. They've got, we're going to see, they've got some options.
if they get a stud receiver, the Bears are going to be something to reckon with too. I mean, so yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's going to be fun to see what they do.
They got DJ Moore. That's why I'm hoping all these Packer fans on Frozen Tundra and everything are like, don't go and get a vet receiver. I'm like, no, do go get a vet receiver if we get the money. If we can free it up and get a proven guy with all these young, not all rookies, but all these young guys, it's just going to help. It's going to help Jordan Love so much more. Like Higgins would be awesome.
Oh,
Mike Evans,
dude.
Michael Pittman. I like T. Higgins though, but
I like Higgins. Yeah. Oh, we get one vet guy, dude.
With Jaden Reed, Romeo Dubs. What's up, Eli? With Romeo Dubs, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Wicks, Heath, and then you add Higgins with Kraft and Musgrave. Oh,
and our running game our running game on top of our offense will be yeah.
If they don't go receiver, people have been off this, and I'm going to push it because I think he's got enough left. Derrick Henry really wants to win a ring. If we can get him on a cheap deal, bring back Aaron Jones at a reduced number, let Dylan go, and then draft a running back in the draft, we would have a two-headed, potentially three-headed monster at running back, and we'd have a young kid to take over for Henry and Jones. And I think those two have enough tread left to make a serious difference in the playoffs in the next year or two. Even though they'll both be 30 this year, they're both still darn good when healthy. I really, really want to get Derrick Henry. Because I don't think they're going to go for Saquon. I think Henry might take a pay cut to be on a contender, and if he sees us as that, it'd be awesome. I don't think they're going to do it, but it'd be cool.
Well, and here's the thing with Henry. Yeah, does he have a whole lot maybe in the tank? No, he's played so many years, but we don't need him to be a whole. We got Jones still. We still, he can be on and off. Yeah.
Bill, so. I really, really do want to do a short 30-minute, like in March after I'm going to take this hiatus, but I want to do a free agency special on the Packers, like predictions, and come back because there's so much fun stuff that's going to happen. So we're going to have to do it. Even if it's not live, we're going to do it. Okay.
All right.
I want to try to be good and keep it close to an hour, and I got to bring it down. So I'm going to get the rest of this quick. Defensive Player of the Year was Myles Garrett. The other options, I don't like Bland or Parsons, but you did have TJ Watt, which was interesting. Or who am I missing? Oh my gosh.
You had Defensive Rookie of the Year too, Will Anderson from the Texans.
Anderson. I like the Myles Garrett pick. Who am I missing?
Yeah.
It was TJ Watt and who's the other
one? Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm trying to remember who the other
TJ Watt. No. TJ Watt was there, and then you also had
you had Micah,
who was also
yeah. Who's the other guy?
Micah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it.
You got it? Okay. I'm trying to find it too.
I gotta remember this. This one sucks because it was somebody good. Finalists. I gotta get it. Hold on. Oh, Max Crosby. Dang it, I'm so mad at myself.
Oh, yeah, Crosby.
I really liked Crosby. I would have gone him or TJ Watt. I wouldn't have gone either of the Cowboys, but I'm fine with Garrett winning it. I kind of thought he would, so no big deal. Okay, let's talk those other ones. Yeah, you had Will Anderson winning it, so you had the pair of Houston guys. And I honestly, for Coach of the Year, I would have gone. I seriously would have gone. I would have gone either Campbell or the Houston coach coming back from 3-13-1 to win their division in a playoff game with a rookie coach, rookie defensive coordinator, and a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I would have went Campbell
or Campbell, one of those two.
I was probably leaning Campbell. I mean, that guy, I don't know what it is, but he's got Detroit moving a totally new direction. I mean,
a little too aggressive, but yeah, I like it, man. Offensive player of the year is McCaffrey. I think we both agree on that one.
Yeah.
What else we got? Rookie of the year, CJ Stroud. Assistant coach of the year, the Browns DC. So they went Browns on their coaching. Yeah. I would have gone. Honestly, I'm sad he wasn't even nominated with Spagnuolo for the Chiefs. I think that was a big snub. He's a beast. Yeah. He's why they're in the Super Bowl. But it's a regular season award, but I still would have done it. So that's it for that. I'm gonna hop off in a second to get Janae in.
Yes.
Just imagine if the Packers got one like Michael Pittman. Janae, look in your Facebook Messenger. I'm going to send you the link to hop on and plug your show.
That would be, man, we got a Michael Pittman, dude. Dang. I mean,
right back.
We just need the Packers, they got a great young talent, but we need at least one proven veteran in there to kind of take some pressure off those young guys so they can develop better too. With the run game that we have with Jones and I mean, just one beast, that's out there would be awesome. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully the Packers, I think now are seeing the potential. They have confidence and love. Maybe they'll start, kind of getting that Super Bowl itch, and spend some money.
Would you rather they go out and sign a player on defense? Let's say they had one free agent. Did you see Kirk Cousins dancing? Yes, I did. Would you rather than if they only have the money for one? Because Bill, do you have like 5 minutes for this? I'm gonna bring Janae on.
Yeah, good.
Okay, no. Janae's gonna pitch her show in a minute. Hey, Janae, let's talk a Packers.
Hey, Janae.
Let's tease free agency. Okay, I got some questions, and then Janae, I'm gonna let you pitch your show. Okay. All right, so free agency. Do you think they cut or keep or trade Bakhtiari? I'd say trade. Janae, you're muted.
He need to go.
Thank you. I agree, Janae.
If we could trade him for a pick, I'd trade him to the Jets.
Bye-bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Give him to Aaron Rodgers cut him. It's time to go.
Amen. Janae, I love you.
He has been sitting on the roster for 2 years. The man get hurt every time he laces his cleats. It's time to go.
All right. Keep. Jason says keep. I sure hope they restructure. It's expensive, and I really like Walker. I thought he did great this year.
If they do keep him, they need to cut his money tremendously. And they need to cut his money before they cut Jones's money. Because Jones actually did something and brought something to the team. And I think it's crap that they may have to cut his money again when you have somebody like Bakhtiari who gets hurt every time he laces his cleats that's been sitting on the roster for 2 years.
You know what? He was an all-time great for us, but his knees just don't look like they can hold up anymore.
Okay, but that was a long time ago, baby.
I agree. I honestly would have already cut him. I'm a little disappointed they didn't.
Yep.
This is the year to do it though, because his cap hit is 40 mil and his dead cap is 19, so you can save 21 mil right by just cutting him.
I mean,
but if they can trade him for a pick, I'd rather do that. And we clear the cap anyways, and we get something. Even if it can go like 4th round from the Jets, I would do it. But if nobody wants him, cut. Okay.
Yep.
I don't think they can let Kenny Clark go, but his cap hit's 27. Here's the problem with Clark. We've talked it already. His money goes down after this year. So I'd almost rather just keep it.
Keep it.
Because if you extend him, he's going to be more next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. But he's at 27.5 mil. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
He's awesome. He made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. But you got to keep him. He's a stud on defense.
I feel like he's the heart of defense.
Yeah, I agree. What about Alexander?
That's my dog.
I like him too. Yeah, you got to keep him.
I like him
this year with his stuff with getting suspended, but I feel like a lot of that was his frustration with our DC. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I just talked to people from Boston who know, like they don't know him personally, but they got to watch a lot of Halfley. I'm not super excited. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not. I think we made a mistake on the hire. I really do. I really, really do.
It wouldn't be our first one.
Harder.
It wouldn't
I
be
know.
exactly. And
Exactly. We've
hey,
seen Matt LaFleur can't pick a DC, dude. It's like
Yeah.
he's a good coach, but
I want him gone.
I like him as a head coach, but he sucks at picking his coordinators. He's a good coach. But you know what? If he can't get past Shanahan soon, we're gonna find out. I like him though. He's done good in the regular season.
Here's my thing. You can never get past Homie when it counts. You can never get past Shanahan when it
We weren't
counts. You've had 5 chances. Count them. 5.
in all fairness, this year we didn't expect anything at all.
True.
Nobody expected them to make the playoffs.
Okay, what about the other 4?
I think it was 4 total, but yeah, you're right. Well, you know what? Some of that I put on Rodgers because I think he's a choke artist. But you got a point. There, especially that home one, they should have won. So
Yeah.
I think it's 4 playoff games.
I won't put it all on Rodgers because it's like if you have a coach that doesn't really know what they're doing and he's making a play and you have somebody that's been out there that's more experienced than you is like, look, that's not going to work.
True story.
It's like, again, it's like wetting your hair after you permed it. It's worthless. Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you're one of the first guests. Like the first times I've done a panel of this, so you bring a lot of spice. I like it.
I know I'm the spicy one.
Okay, I got a couple more, and then we're gonna do it in a whole big special because I know Bill's had a long day. I've had a long week. I get it. And Janae, I want you to be able to pitch your show. Okay.
Yeah.
I would restructure Jones or extend him, but they got to bring down 17.5. But I don't want him to go anywhere. But at 30 this year, I'd probably sign him to a 3-year deal and or 2-year extension, something like that.
Well, couldn't they do something where they restructure and have more in like signing bonus money? Therefore, it doesn't count so much towards you know.
The cap is an illusion. You can move money around all over the place.
Exactly, because that man deserves something because he carried offense. He carried offense.
Yes.
But they need to bring somebody else in because at his age, he's proven as great as he is, he's injury prone.
That's why I said what I said. He carried offense. If they had somebody, okay, because let's just be clear. Everybody loves Dilla, Quadzilla, whatever. But the fact of the matter is he's too big to be playing as soft as he is. I'm going to need him to get it together because Eddie Lacy was plowing through them dudes and he was 3 times the size, as A.J. Dillon. I'll take it back. I'll go old school. I'll kick it. Listen, Dillon, boo-boo, baby, your time is up, sugar.
Yep.
I agree.
Bring back Lacy. Bring back Lacy, baby.
I wish. I would love that.
Listen, when Lacy hit that spin and he had the ball, it was over. You weren't catching him. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no.
So Dillon just doesn't.
Can we bring back a Julius Peppers, the defense?
Oh, gosh. I wish he was still around.
That man was cold as ice on defense. I need that man.
Yeah, I like it.
Clay Matthews.
And AJ Hawk, too.
What's your Super Bowl pick? What's your Super Bowl pick, really quick?
Yeah.
Mine, San Fran. I gotta go with the NFC.
What's your score?
Okay.
I'm gonna give them 30, and I'm gonna give the Chiefs 27.
Good pick. I like it. So we're all over on the points. Okay. All right. I got a couple more players, and Bill, like I said, we're gonna do a mock, and then Janae, I wanted to pitch your show.
Sure.
Preston Smith.
We got to keep Smash.
Here's the problem I have is he's got 2 more years, and I kind of want to see Van Ness play. But if we move to a 4-3, it actually might work with Preston for another year. So I'm a little torn on this one. They got to free up money somewhere. They would only free up $2.5 million this year, but then the 16-17 mil would be on the books for next year. And I don't think they'd have much of a dead cap hit. So I like him. I do. But I want to see more Van Ness and maybe a rookie. Or this could be a position they address in free agency if they free up the money. If it's somebody that is making a little more of an impact. We got to get – Millie Goats is on. Nice. I'm happy you're on the show live, dude. That's awesome. He plays
yeah. He plays
DB. He's Smith Island.
Smith Island.
Look, my dad, he used to call Preston and Za'Darius Smash and Crash. He used to call them the Smash Brothers. Because both of them at one time coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, dude. That's great. I love it. I forgot about that. I should have
I'm
hit
just
love
glad
Ladarius.
Ladarius is not wasting his career in Minnesota anymore.
I'm happy
Yep.
to let to play corner.
Wow.
If he plays strict D end, I almost like it, but I would really, really like to. Here's the problem. It wasn't all coordinator. We got to get some difference makers if we want to make a Super Bowl run. We got to
agree.
get
I agree.
stud. We got Kenny Clark and Alexander if he's locked in, but
Yep.
and Quay might become it, but we got to get some more dogs on this defense. And
Yep.
that's how we won that Super Bowl. We got it when I got Woodson. I would love if there's a dude out there like Chris Jones. Can you imagine
Here's the
Chris
thing.
Jones on this defense?
We have to stop runs, period.
Chris
Thank you.
Jones
Oh,
would be
that's
perfect. Or a
Janae,
linebacker.
that's what I was going to say. We need a Gilbert Brown, dude, to just stuff
Oh
that
yeah,
middle.
because sometimes
Yeah.
defense is softer than Charmin toilet paper. Okay,
Thank you.
defense can't stop an old lady in a wheelchair with arthritis. I'm gonna need them to get it together. There was
Exactly.
way too many missed tackles this season.
Yep.
Period. I counted every time they missed a tackle. I said, I bet you if you take $1,000 out of their paycheck for every tackle they miss, I bet you they won't miss them no more.
So Millie Goetz he's the AK, the main guy that runs it. He's a 49ers fan. He's totally right. We need to learn how to freaking beat the Dan Marino coaches. If he loses this one, you have the
Yep.
Dan Marino coaches that we haven't got to cut it up in a minute.
The problem
But
is Matt LaFleur
we can't even get by him. So it's annoying.
Listen, Matt LaFleur needs to separate business from pleasure. I get that
I agree.
Shanoa Shanahan, whatever his name is your friend. Okay,
Yep.
but this is business. We need a
Yep.
trophy. Okay,
Yep.
business. This trophy needs to go back home.
Guys,
Okay,
Amen.
and it's your job to make sure it gets there.
There's
Amen.
so many studs on defense this year
Yep.
in free agency. I
Mhm.
want to go lock one up. It's time.
Yes,
Get
it's
Bakhtiari out
long
of there.
overdue.
If they have to
Dude.
cut Campbell, who I'm ready to let go of,
Yeah, he got to go.
for significant, we'll only save a couple mil. But if we move some money and go out and get a stud or two on D in
Yep.
free agency, and
He misses too many tackles.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
He
you
has
know,
to go.
I like Preston, but it's not like we were getting a serious pass rush. this
Not
year.
like it was when him and
it
his
was-
brother were together. Like when him
Right.
and his brother were together, the
Smith
Smash
brothers.
Brothers.
Yep.
Well,
Listen,
they weren't related, but
Smith-
I like the Smith brothers thing. They actually weren't related, and we like it.
I know. I just call them the Smith brothers, though.
So she's on
Yeah.
our network, Millie. Janae,
Yeah.
why don't you pitch your show really quick?
Yeah.
well, I have two.
The entertainment one
We're
first.
working on. The first one is the Queen of Premiere, where we do we talk about movies, music, entertainment, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you want to come on and talk about, I'm game for it. Then also Let's Rival and Rumble is going to be talking about the biggest rivalries in college football and NFL football. So
Nice.
we're going to be talking about Penn State and Notre Dame and
Yep.
Michigan versus
Yeah.
Ohio and the Bears
Nice.
versus, the Giants versus the Cowboys, the 49ers and their bigger rival. It's going to be lit. I'm really excited about both shows. I think I can handle both shows. I think I can do both shows. I love football. I love entertainment. And that's why I want to do both.
Nice.
I'll be a frequent guest, and hopefully me and Bill can both come on your rival show.
Of course.
Okay.
The Packers talk gets me so excited. I'm trying to work better on taking turns, but this man, I really think this is our off season to make a move, and I really, really freaking hope we do it. And we're gonna be back with a free agency special.
Can we go back to the part where it took us too long and 2 Sundays to get rid of Joe Barry?
Yes. Exactly. Oh, man.
Like it.
That was ridiculous. The man should have been fired way before we let go of Rodgers, okay?
Yes. Amen. Amen. I agree.
Lord. And then poor Miami, poor little Tink Tinks. They don't have a clue about what's about to happen over there in their defense. Poor baby.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Oh, did
well.
you hear who Dallas hired? They hired Mike Zimmerman for their
Mike-
defensive coordinator,
Oh, I
which I
actually didn't
thought
see
was
that.
dumb.
Really?
Yes, they did. I'm like, Lord, my poor husband. I told him, I said, guess who y'all hired?
Yeah.
Skull back.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh man. All right, guys. We're gonna come back with some more free agency stuff. You guys have any closing thoughts? And Janae, we're gonna work on getting you a Twitter so that we can promote this show.
Yes.
I may talk Bill into one at some point. so he can like plug it too, but he does it on Facebook already. But I've got some fun plans in the fall where we all cross on each other's shows. Lincoln is awesome, Bill. I'm gonna get him on with a dude. I think you'll like our mock. We did a Packer mock, and
Nice.
I took DeJean, the corner.
Nice.
I took Kinchins, the safety, and then I did back-to-back running backs. I took Braylon Allen and the other, and the other kid. I took a running back late in the second and the third for the Packers, because I was like, if they don't go spend in free agency, we need two, because Jones is 18 and Dillon should be out the door, in my opinion. If they bring back Dillon, I'm going to be ticked. He hasn't panned out.
I'm going to be upset too, because again, he's too big to be playing as soft as he is. Eddie Lacy was better, and he was bigger. That's my point. He was running faster, and he was bigger. He was half the size.
Yeah, claws are like the size of me, and he moves slow as molasses. It's just, it's
slower than a military pay raise.
He doesn't. He what he reminds me of? It reminds me of Zeke. Like in his last, before this year when he was losing his burst. Dillon never run with that burst. Like Zeke had burst early in his career, and it's
Zeke was the man.
Dillon is too worried about his virtual farm.
Oh Lord, I quit. No, he didn't.
Wow.
Wow. I did draft 3 running backs. Med's right. I drafted one later. I was having too much fun with the running backs. But I got him a safety and a corner.
What up, Med?
Ooh, Med. AJ Dillon is linked to the Ravens, I heard. Interesting.
That could be.
Well, bon voyage. Bye-bye.
Adios, dude. You guys have fun. Good luck with that.
Luego.
Have fun with that 3.5 yard per carry average.
And here's my thing. They ain't doing no better up there neither. They took Dalvin Cook. Who is he?
Yep.
He wasn't nothing when he was on Minnesota.
I think he's done, man. He didn't do anything. But we'll see. He looks like he's washed to me.
Just like their quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's going to be interesting. I bet prediction for you guys. I bet Kirk Cousins signs somewhere other than Minnesota. I don't think they're going to want to pony up for $45.5 million.
No, they're not going to pay him that.
They're not going to
older than Rodgers. They're not going to pay him that. And at least Rodgers has got a ring. What has he got? I don't even think he's been to playoffs or to a championship. Lies.
No, not a championship. No.
Just worthless.
He's such a nice guy, though.
Is he?
Oh my gosh. Millie makes a good point. If I was a running back, I wouldn't want to go to Baltimore. The injuries, they lost. How many running backs did they lose this year?
I think 2, 3, right?
Oh, man.
But the AFC is a different animal. They got some dogs up there. When you play against the AFC, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. Guys to ACL tears this year, running back, and they had other injuries. Millie, check me on that. I think they did, dude. I know they had at least 4 running back injuries, one or two for the year. I can't remember if Mitchell was an ACL, but they had some problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I got to do this for my students. They're probably not still on this late. Isaac did really well. We did the whole NFC North. It is on YouTube. I had the Packers. Med had the Bears. Lincoln, who's new to the network and awesome, he took the Lions, and we rotated on the Vikings. It was a lot of fun. Millie's got a fun one. Kirk Cousins dunked on Rodgers dancing last night after an Achilles repair. Rodgers had to be mad. I agree. That was fun. It was a good time.
Wow.
My students today were split. One of my classes had the 49ers heavy. The other one was 3-1 Chiefs. Teachers, it was split. I took a poll of 20 people just for fun. What do you guys think will be the best Super Bowl commercial? Who does it?
Man,
I'm going Doritos.
You're going Doritos?
Yeah.
I'm going to think, what's the Mayhem guy?
Okay. Allstate. No, it's not Allstate. Is it Allstate? No. Progressive? Progressive. Right?
Is it Progressive? Mayhem. I forgot.
No, you're talking about the Mayhem guy. Mayhem.
Do you remember, Janae?
Insurance, dude. Hold on, I gotcha.
Protect you from mayhem like me. Maybe it is. No? Is it Allstate? Maybe it is Allstate.
I'll get it. Hold
I
on.
used to watch them
You
when
know this,
Rogers
it's
was on the
sad.
commercial.
I sure already know this. I'm so mad at myself for not knowing this.
I know I should too, but I don't remember.
Done it. Oh yeah, Allstate. I was right.
It
It
is.
was
Okay.
Allstate.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you think they're gonna have a good one? All right. Janae, what was yours?
I probably have to go with like Bud Light or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm open for some big movie ones.
Beer.
I just hope
Yeah.
we have a spectacle. I want
Yeah.
a memorable game. I don't
You
really
want it to
care.
be eclectic. You want a mixture of everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
I want to see Purdy have a good game, and I'd love to see the Chiefs go down. But if they don't, I'm not going to be that upset. It's Mahomes is awesome, so is Reed. So I know you disagree, Janae, but he's about to. He's won. The fact the dude he's been to only conference championships or Super Bowls is stupid. So yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
but it's not him that gets him there. It's the weapons he has around him that
Right.
makes him look
Hey,
good.
but this year
Exactly.
there ain't no weapons.
Exactly.
Yes, there is. He's got Kelsey. He's got
Pacheco.
Pacheco. He's got some weapons. He
Not like in the
don't
past.
have it stacked the way he used to with Tyreek Hill and all them other ones, but he has it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not so much him as a quarterback. It's the people around him that make him look good.
Yep.
Kind of like how Matt LaFleur stepped into a situation where the team was already stacked and he took credit for success that wasn't his. It's like, sir, Green Bay was stacked before you put your foot in the door. Calm down. Okay, we had a hell of a roster, okay, before you came up in there making demands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So relax.
So the funny thing is, last year there was no Tyreek Hill, and they still won the Super Bowl. So I'm really surprised they got back this year, and they won it without Tyreek Hill last year. So I like your argument, Janae. The only thing I disagree on is they did it without Hill last year, which was kind of validating because I used to kind of think. Here's the thing: Mahomes is great, but he does do some stuff that's kind of nuts sometimes. But the winning it without Tyreek last year was pretty validating, and if they do it this year on the coattails of the defense, with Scantling as your second receiver,
then I have to give credit when credit is
receiver
due.
core is bad. Rashee Rice is decent. Kelsey's aging. Pacheco is solid, but not like one of the best running backs in the league by any means. He's not. Like McCaffrey's way better. Way better. I agree with Millie. Andy Reid and Spagnuolo are really, really, really helping this team. And that's what I'm worried about for the 49ers. If they get significantly outcoached here, sorry, Millie, Spagnuolo and Reid combined way trumps anything on the 49ers staff. Shanahan better come out with a good game plan here. You really should.
Yeah.
I mean, he should. I mean, because the thing is this, your guys are younger, hungrier, and faster. There's no reason for you to get out there and not handle your business. So y'all talked all that stuff after y'all beat us and got the championship. So let's not talk. Let's go out there and see what you do.
I want to say hey for a quick second. I know we're going to wrap. Med wants to hop on for a second. So
that's how I feel personally. I feel like if you go do it, do it.
Bill's getting tired. I know Bill's probably ready to go. I didn't want to make it too long, maybe a few more minutes. I think Med wants to cut it out for a second.
What we got to do? It's Friday.
Hey.
Yeah, I worked a 9-hour shift. I'm tired, but we're good. A few more minutes. We're good.
I've worked. Gosh, man, I've slept so bad this week without the wife. It's just not to be a staff.
But my husband's like that too. Like if I travel without him, he says he cannot sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He says he has the hardest time sleeping without me.
Reed did go to NFC. I actually watched an Andy Reid NFC Championship. I've got a story for you guys. I watched one live in Arizona, the Kurt Warner one, where they went to the Super Bowl. I actually saw Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid. It was the last one, the last McNabb Reid. I don't think they went to another one after that. It was like 2008. It was that Warner Super Bowl with Fitzgerald where they lost heartbreakingly to the Steelers before the Packers Super Bowl a couple of years before. That was fun. Andy Reid is a freaking ridiculous coach. And these Super Bowls are so validating for him because he did so well with Philly and almost won a ring. So now that he's been to 10 and championship games and he's been to, how many Super Bowls is this now? He's won, this is 4 with the Chiefs. He went to 1 with Philly. So he's been in 5 Super Bowls and he could win a 3rd. This is putting him high on the all-time list. It really is.
Question. Do you think he could possibly be better than Bill?
Yeah.
That's a good.
Maybe, actually.
I'll
There's an
say,
argument.
yeah.
I want to see how many more he can win, and maybe he's going to retire. I have a theory that if he wins this one, health might
He'll retire.
maybe, and
Hmm?
let me get Med on here. He might retire. Med, what's up? He
What's
might retire, and
That's a
he
good deal.
might hand it over to Spagnola.
I can see that
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
No,
Matt,
that's,
you here?
that's
Oh, I'm here.
oh, there he is. Yeah, I heard him.
Thanks for hopping on Fun Football again, dude. You're like a frequent flyer on the show. You must have someone on or something.
Yeah, we
I
got
think to get
destroyed.
Billy on, honestly, that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know if he wants to cut it up for a minute. I was honestly planning on rapping soon, but we're having a lot of fun. So Janae's bringing the heat, and Bill,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
you are such a trooper. I know you're sleepy. Okay, all right. This is an honor, of Millie. I don't know if he wants to hop on. Just say the word, dude. I'll throw you on. But no, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna send you the link. If you want to hop on. Okay. So Millie, if you want to hop on, me and Bill are gonna start opening up a segment in our shows. We're gonna try to be good on the time limit, but I especially the lives that are fun. If people want to hop on towards the end, we're gonna start bringing more fans on. Honestly,
Yeah.
not just podcasters. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm trying to send it to Millie. Hold on.
Okay. Jason says, I would like to see Debo throw a touchdown pass to CMC.
That would be,
We can do it.
Ooh,
that would be
Okay.
awesome.
I mean, yeah,
that would be interesting.
that would be
That
cool.
would be
I think there's going to be some kind of trickery plays like that. I think there's going to be.
I think
they're
so
going to pull
too.
off. Mm,
Because they're good for a trick play. San Fran is.
yep.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in the chat here. Hold on, let me 1 second. I'll be right-
Yeah, you're fine. I just want a good, entertaining game. I think it's
Right.
going to be it. I think it's
Right.
going to be.
Right. You want to be entertained. It's like you waited all year for something.
As long as it ain't like the Seahawks Broncos games for
We should have been playing though. If you
It is
want
the last episode of the season.
No, I hear you.
This is the
I
last
got you.
episode. Forget it. Let's keep having fun. Okay. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna try to keep it short. If Millie hops on, we'll go for like 10 more minutes. But
Okay.
favorite Super Bowl snack? What would
Chicken
you guys
wings.
say?
What, Janae?
Chicken wings.
No, I have to agree
Okay.
with you. Chicken
Ooh,
wings.
Chicken
Fine.
wings. There's a chicken wing spot in Arizona that's amazing.
And I'm
nice
making 'em.
wings.
Ooh.
And
there you go.
Me and the wife love Buffalo Wild Wings. B-dubs.
Okay.
Ooh, honey
Solid move.
barbecue, garlic parmesan.
Okay.
Because what
I
I
guess
do, I fry them and I toss them in the sauce like they do at Hooters. So I bread them with like the Hooters batter because they sell the Hooters batter, and I bread my chicken that way and I fry it, and then I toss it in whatever sauce everybody likes, and I make it that way.
I like
All
it.
right.
Hey,
I
Matt,
like that.
I want your Super Bowl take really quick, but I also, if you're game, I kind of pitched, I don't know if you got to hear all of it. I kind of pitched some of the stuff I think it was before you got to listen, some of the stuff we're looking for in the network.
Yeah.
You want to do both those really quick? Take the floor for a couple minutes?
Sure. What do you want me to pitch on the Super Bowl?
Oh, what's your favorite prop bet of, I got a couple for you. Mahomes
Give me a
under on interceptions. So it's 0.5. So you're either saying he doesn't throw a pick or throws a pick. What do you think?
I don't think he will.
I agree. What about Purdy under on the 248.5 passing yards? He's been under, I think. Ooh, I got to look it back up. 5 straight games.
5, yeah.
He'll
Yep.
be under because that cornerback duel is just too tough.
Mahomes under 262.5 passing yards. He's actually been under this 5 straight games.
Really?
I actually think he might have to go over just to win, but I'm torn.
I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be one of those games where there's going to be some running going on. Both defenses, they're going to have to hold on to the ball. You're looking at time of possession at this point. And I don't think Mahomes will go over that mark either. In fact, who would you think will be the Super Bowl MVP is a good question for you.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
If the 49ers win, I've got McCaffrey. If the Chiefs win, it's going to end up being Mahomes because I don't think Pacheco is going to have 150 yards against this 49er run D, unless I'm wrong. The Lions were doing great, but I think that they're going to be focused on, I don't know, they're not going to want Pacheco to destroy him. So I've either got McCaffrey if the 49ers win, I don't see it
Yep.
being Purdy. I think McCaffrey will be the key. Or if the Chiefs win, it's going to be Mahomes. Unless Kelsey just catches 17 passes in a row this game.
Possible.
I could see Kelsey with that too. So that's
What do you guys think?
I think it'll most likely be Mahomes, but I would not be surprised if it'll be Rice because I could see that the San Francisco 49ers would try to actually double down on Kelsey, which would free up Rice on the outside. And he did actually have he did have one touchdown called back during the AFC Championship game because Trey Smith held not once but twice on 2 straight plays.
Which was crazy. That was that little segment of the game I missed. I had to go back and watch it. We left Buffalo Wild. I think we were Buffalo Wild Wings. We left because we were annoyed because the game was clearly over. It sucked. Yeah. Janae, what are you thinking?
As far as like the MVP picks, I'm gonna have to go with either Kettle or McCaffrey for San Francisco, and for the Chiefs, it's either gonna be Pacheco or Patricia.
I like your Kittle pick. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good one.
That is actually
Maybe they get Debo involved on some sweeps. That could be good too. I like it. Med, for the viewers, we've only got a few left. I think it's getting a little late for people, so we're gonna wrap soon. What are we looking for in the network? I kind of pitched it earlier. Now you're here. I don't want to speak for you. What I told people we're looking for entertainment, other sports in the future.
Okay. So Janae is going to be taking 2 shots right now. We're going to give her the movie entertainment one that we've talked about and see how that floats. And then she wants to do the Let's Rival and Rumble show, which is very interesting concept. She's going to be looking at rivalries from different schools, different teams, and not just the NFL, but also college football, college basketball, and the NBA. She might even look at some individual rivalries like, I guess, Ali and Frazier. Sugar Ray Leonard and stuff like that. Give it a little bit of spice.
I like it.
Holyfield and Tyson.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really spicy right now because my hockey team just lost. So we lost 7-4. So,
dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens, dude. We suck. But
I'm sorry.
But what we're also looking for is we got 2 other guys that came on as well. We got Lincoln, who you already heard about. We've done a NFL North draft. Check it out. It was actually pretty entertaining. We got his buddy. What's his name? I haven't caught his name yet.
Dude, he told me and I forgot. I think it's Reichly or something like. I know his handle. I think that's his name. But it's his on YouTube. He's the football expert, and he's got some good stuff.
So we got football check out his stuff down. So what we would want to look at is probably getting some NBA in there, some NHL. There was talk about an MLB. I also would like to go into like maybe get a game show or something like that. And, we've discussed other avenues. Like one day, personally, I would like to do a food and travel one. I mean, I'm 290 pounds. I'm not going to like tell you where a crappy place is to eat. So,
good food.
Yeah. But things are looking on the up, and we will be providing great entertainment. We're getting a good team together, and if you're hungry, then you can come eat with us.
Hey, dude, I gotta say to Bill, thanks for starting this show with me because this never would have happened if you hadn't. Because I don't know if I would have kept doing it solo. And Med, because I had an idea of doing my own network, and then Med was like, "Let's do a network," and I was like, let's do it. We're looking. We probably it looks like we might have Amazon as a sponsor. Janae, I don't know if you heard that earlier.
Congratulations.
We're looking to get some more sponsors. We'd like to keep spreading the network. Combined views with everyone in the network, we're at almost 700,000 total video views right now. I think we're going to crack 1 million soon, but I'd love to keep expanding and make this a big thing. I'd like to do in the future with the wife an occasional. And we can have rotating people on it. I'd like to do a food one. I think Med would be fun too. We could have rotating people hosting it maybe. But I'd love to do a movie, like a restaurant. I'd love to do movie reviews too, but a restaurant review one. would be a blast because my wife already writes Google reviews all the time, usually when they're bad, but sometimes when they're good. And she's already like in the top 20%, maybe even 10 of all Google reviewers out there. I'm in the top 30, and I've only written a few, but I just write in-depth ones. But I used to do entertainment and restaurant reviews in high school for a newspaper and college, and I almost did journalism. So this is really tapping into like stuff I almost did for a career. So yeah, we've got a lot of plans. I'd love to get some video games would be really cool if we ever make any money on the sponsors. I think me and Med, and we're going to split the cost with people on the network, but we're going to get the expensive one of StreamYard at some point if we can make a little money from sponsors, and then we can open this up for a ton of shows. So that's the hope in the future. Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Cool. And hopefully I can get a computer so I can do some graphics during the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
right
on
now,
a computer.
I got y'all covered.
Yeah, you're helping a lot on that, dude. Thank you to Shady for putting us on. Guys, this was a fun 40th episode. Janae,
Yes.
I think we're thinking on your show. Ooh, wait. Okay, I got AK here, so we're going to go for a few more minutes. He is hopping on. Okay, I can't just cut the show when he hops on. We're going to go for a few more minutes. What's up? Oh, he's wearing his 49ers stuff.
Man, look at the gun show.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
I'll work out or-
All right, we're going to go a few more minutes now that you're here. But, all right, dude, give us your take. The floor is
What?
yours.
For what? The 49ers?
How do you think the game's going to flow? Like, how do you think it's really going to break down?
I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, whoever wins the coin toss, but 8 out of the last 9 teams who have won the coin toss have lost.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really going to be, can the 49ers stop Pacheco? And I think, are they going to run the ball 400 times a game? The 49ers, that is. I think, are they going to do what Baltimore would not do?
Oh, Lord.
I mean,
You know, I said it on a prop show earlier. My biggest disappointment wasn't the Lions and how they folded, because that was a big momentum swing. It wasn't all their fault. The pick could have happened. Ayuk had a crazy catch. And then none of this was Campbell. Gibbs fumbles. It's a 14-point swing. And you're on the road. Like, an awesome team might not be able to withstand that. That was a huge momentum swing. But what the Baltimore did, getting away from their identity and not running the ball, and they were in a one-score game for most of the AFC Championship, sucked. It really sucked.
what they played Baltimore
6
treated
runs, 6 running back runs.
they treated it like they were down by 30 the entire
I
game.
know. It was like they wanted Lamar to prove that Lamar could be the pocket passer for a championship team. It reminded me, and I was on a Pats show earlier, a Patriots show, and I haven't said this yet on this one, but this reminded me of when Pete Carroll with the Seahawks, and Bill, I love you, man. If you're wiped, no worries, dude. We're going to go for a little bit. So if you get tired, it's okay. I'm sorry. I think we're going to go for a little longer because I'm having fun.
All right, I may bug out here in a little bit, guys.
You're good, dude.
Okay,
Thank
Bill,
for
you
this
get you some
season,
rest.
dude. This
Thanks,
was an
Bill.
awesome season.
Thank you,
man.
Janae.
Thank you, dude. Seriously, you're the
I
best.
love you guys. I'll
Love
see you
Hey,
guys
man,
later.
the show's
Get some
awesome.
sleep.
Congrats.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you all. Bye, guys.
So,
You're welcome. Take care, bruh.
Thank you, too.
the wife's not here, so I'm going to go for a little bit longer. I'm having a blast.
Look,
So
my
anyway,
husband in there watching TV, probably about to play Call of Duty. We good.
I might play Call of Duty after this.
Everybody
Me
Me
Sleep.
too. I might jump
I'm
on.
50-50 on sleep Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think I might jump on and play a couple of rounds.
Oh, wait. You know what? What do you play on?
PlayStation 5.
Okay, let me get your stuff after. Stay on the
Okay,
screen.
I'll send it to you because I can't tell you over the network my
Cross
name.
platform, anyway.
Yeah, no, I get it. I got you. Okay, but anyways, I was saying this to Pats fans. What the Ravens just did kind of reminded me of Pete Carroll in that second Seahawks Super Bowl against the Patriots, when he wanted Russell Wilson to be the savior and win, and he threw it from the 1-yard line instead of running Marshawn Lynch still in his prime. And it was a wrong call, and I think he did it for personal reasons because he wanted Russell Wilson to do it. Because otherwise, to me, there's no reason to throw the ball there when you've got Lynch. It was an easy decision. And I really I don't understand what Baltimore is doing. I think instead of they wanted Lamar to be the guy to do it. And that wasn't the way to attack the Chiefs, where their run defense is their weakness. They played right into the Chiefs' hands.
They give up 5 yards. They give up 5 yards a carry.
Yeah,
They did.
easy.
That's the last 10 games they've given up 5 yards a carry.
Yeah,
That
bro.
game was
Dude,
like
this
a
is-
wet peanut butter sandwich. Nobody wanted it.
Exactly.
I'll tell you. I mean, I expect the Niners to use. I've been saying this all week. A lot of 12 and 22 personnel
Mhm.
where they can interchange Hughes check and a tight end. They can use a lot of motion. And then Kilgore came on and said, the screen game is going to be big, the running and the screen game. And Kansas City's down 2 defensive linemen. People are forgetting about that. What's his OC?
Owen Huey,
Ooh.
whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is, and then one of their interior linemen is down too.
Mhm.
So
He
Well,
is
if
out for
that's
the
the
game.
case, shouldn't
Naughty.
they just run the ball down their throats then?
I forgot
They
Naughty's
should.
out. Harvey
they
saves
should.
man.
And what they'll do is they'll utilize motion, because I think the Chiefs use 3 linebackers on like 70 some percent of plays or something, which
Mhm.
And they're mostly geared towards pass coverage too.
Yeah.
So the injuries are lining up for the Chiefs' defensive line and the Chiefs' offensive line to be weakened, and I think it's going to be a huge difference in this game with Thuney out, with Nadi out, and with Amenhu or Harvey say his name out. I agree with you. I think that's going to be a huge factor because the Chiefs are going to have to win. That's where Super Bowls are won and lost. That's why Brady lost really 3, even
In
the
the
Eagles
trenches.
won, but those 2 Giants ones especially. That's why he lost those Super Bowls.
I think if the 49ers get out ahead, it's going to be tough for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be tough. It's the other way around. The 49ers have shown they can come back, but I mean, Brock Purdy's doing everything he can and more. So I have full confidence that he'll be able to do what he's supposed to do. And I don't care. He doesn't need to. He's in a lose-lose situation, because if they win, it's going to be the team and the coach, and he'll never get the credit unless he goes out there and throws for like 404. And if they lose, they're going to be like, "See, you can't win the big game." Like he's never going to get what he deserves. I mean,
His credit. Mhm.
I agree. He's going to have to just shred this elite pasty with 2 stud corners. He's going to have to torch them. And they're going to need to use Juszczyk. They're going to need to use Debo running the ball, I think, a little bit. I think there might be some trickery. We were talking about a prop bet with McCaffrey or somebody else throwing a pass. And I like that one because I could see it.
Yeah.
And Millie, I got a
What's up?
2-pronged question for you.
Okay.
All right. This is going to be a legacy question. Okay. Part 1. What does this do for Patrick Mahomes' legacy if he wins this Super Bowl? Would they start to consider him the second best quarterback of all time? And part 2, does Kyle Shanahan have to win this Super Bowl, or would he start being considered not the Dan Marino, but the Dak Prescott of coaches right now?
Oh, wait.
I don't know if he still deserves the Dak thing. Dak's never even made a conference championship.
Yeah.
Reece Shanahan's been to a couple Super Bowls. That's kind of mean to Shanahan. Like, Dak hasn't even sniffed a conference championship game.
Oh, not even
Just to
sniff.
answer really quick, I got to toss that in.
Sniff.
Eesh.
Well, it ain't like my comment I said
Sniffed
to
it,
you
full of
where I
it.
said
Yeah.
Brady was Belichick was riding the coattails of Brady. I mean, it ain't that hard.
Pete
So-
loved that one. That was fun.
What does it do for Mahomes? I mean, he gets another Super Bowl, I guess. What is that?
Yeah.
3? That'll be 3.
3 out
I mean,
of
I think-
4 in
Who
the first
else is
7
number
years.
2 all time right now? I mean, you've got if on the Super Bowl on the all-time list, Brady's 1. He's got to be.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
who's
Devin.
behind him? Like, who's been?
Montana.
And Janae's going to hate this. I know she is. Other than maybe Montana, Bradshaw can't be there. I'm sorry. He won
No.
4, but he can't be. Who else is above maybe Montana and then Mahomes all time?
Brady.
Who else is there?
Montana.
Yeah.
Elway.
Uh,
Elway
You
wins
got
5
to
Super Bowls.
put Eli Manning up there, right?
That's true too. He's a goat killer.
I
Hey, what
you
about-
can
what
say
about-
whatever-
what about Brett Favre? Is he on there? I'm just kidding.
Knuckleback
I'm messing with y'all. He can't be that high. I'm just messing.
No.
I'm playing. I had to say it like that too for movie fans.
Joe Flacco.
Oh, Joe Flacco. You know
No,
he's
he didn't.
Trent
Dude, that
Dilfer.
was-
Trent Dilfer's got to
Dilfer,
be
yeah.
high on this list. He won with an elite team.
all the Ravens greats.
Well, who got there without deflating balls?
Ooh.
Mm.
Good point.
It is insane to me that he has 7 Super Bowls. I
It
mean,
is.
we're
That is
like, oh, he's
ridiculous.
got 3, like he's on his way. I'm like, 7 Super Bowls is a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, Peyton's
Yeah.
still up there for me. He is. I love Elway.
Well,
But
I
to
mean,
be honest, as much as I love Elway,
Mhm.
like, if you really, like, brass tacks broke it down, I don't know if he was definitively, like, the problem I have with Favre is he did throw a ton of picks. But, like, in a vacuum, I'm not sure if I have Elway that much higher than Favre. And I'm not just being a homer. Like,
No,
I
I know
love
what you- I know
Elway.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
He did beat him head to head. I give him a lot of credit for that. But it was late in his career, and it was behind an all-time great running back in Terrell Davis at his prime, at his apex. So,
But one thing I
I-
will actually, for the Elway argument, is look at what he did before that, because there was a lot of teams that he actually drug. That was Denver. It was like LeBron with the Cavs that one year they went to play the
Oh
San
my.
Antonio Spurs.
there were
And
multiple
he
years of that.
literally
No, he
drugged
didn't.
a bad team to the
He
Super Bowl.
LeBron drugged like 3 teams to the finals that had no
He
business getting
did.
there. That
He
one,
did.
that one where he put up 50 on the Durant team and almost won a finals game against that stacked team.
Mhm.
That 07 Pistons run where he beat the Pistons at 46. I know my basketball. I love it. That one is early in his career was stupid. That was stupid. So they got those 2. And there's some other ones that he probably shouldn't have done, but it's LeBron. He's one of the best. Not the best, one of the best.
One of them, I would say that.
I'm never saying LeBron's better than Jordan because I
Whoa,
don't think so.
I think that's what you just said.
No,
No.
I got so all time. I got Jordan,
Okay.
and then it's a really good argument for me with Kareem or Magic and LeBron. And if you could throw little Bill Russell or Wilt in there, but I've got that's my hierarchy. Jordan, everybody else. We're going to see if LeBron can win one more and vault himself. I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe he gets a late career one with somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
Could
if he
be.
wins one at 40, that'd be a pretty huge legacy one for him to get 5.
True. True that.
Yeah.
Millie, you watch a lot of basketball?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch too much. I watch it every now and then, but I watch hockey more.
Ooh,
Hockey.
really?
I
We
love
might have
hockey.
to.
Yeah, I
when
like
we-
watching the
actually what I
When we
fight.
get a hockey show, we're gonna have to bring you on as a guest, dude. We're
I
gonna try to get a hockey show by next season.
Yeah, I like watching them fight. It's interesting.
Oh, it's just drop the gloves. I mean, you got a problem, settle
Like,
it right there. There's
They
nobody
will
holding you
whoop
back.
each other's butts. I'm like,
Yeah.
God.
They grab each
So-
other by the shirt and just punch each other in the face like
We
Rocky
wearing
Rocky
each other
Balboa.
out with sticks. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Med, what was your second question?
Oh, it was actually the Kyle Shanahan thing.
Yeah. So
Ah,
Mahomes' legacy, I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting when Andy Reid is done to see what happens to Mahomes.
I agree with that.
I
That
think,
part.
I think there's going to be a legacy with Andy Reid for Mahomes and without.
Hmm.
Because we did the whole
Mhm.
Belichick to Brady with and without, and we saw how that came out. So
Andy
Mm.
Reid's got a pretty good legacy even without Mahomes. Honestly,
yeah,
you made that
so
point earlier.
it's gonna be interesting to see how Mahomes does without Reid. I don't know when he retires, probably another couple of years, and then once that ends, we're gonna find out a lot about Mahomes.
Hmm.
So
I
I
got a
think it's
couple
too early.
comments I've been sitting on for a minute. I'm going to throw them and then we're going to keep going. Jason says he wants to see Debo throw a touchdown pass to CMC. That'd be awesome. And he says MVP, CMC or Wagner. I think he meant
Warner.
Warner. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Bobby Wagner.
Best middle linebacker in
Mahomes
the
or
game.
Rice.
Warner's
That'd be
awesome.
interesting.
But for Shanahan, everybody's like, oh, he can't win the big one. Oh, he can't do da 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 da. And I'm like, dude, I watched the 49ers from basically the early, late 90s, early 2000s, all the way up to like 2013 before Jim Harbaugh or 2011 before Harbaugh
Mhm.
got there. And it sucked. It was awful.
You're
And
not lying.
Shanahan now, the past 5, I mean, they played 4 or 5 out of the last 5 or 6 conference championships, been to 2 Super
Mhm.
Bowls. Like, yes, it would be cool for him to win one, but to be in the Super Bowl 2 out of the last 5 years is, I mean, I
Pretty
don't know
good.
what else.
Pretty
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
I mean,
And McCaffrey's
know.
really transformed your team like significantly.
Purdy
Like-
too.
And
Yeah.
I mean, to your point, I mean, you look at Andy Reid when he was at Philadelphia, all those times, like he went to 4 straight NFC championships when he was with Philly. And, it kind of feels a little bit like that. I think that Shanahan has a great chance. Probably the best way to really word it is this his best chance right now?
I think so. It seems like it to me, like really all season. Think about like the whole season. Everybody like gets hung up on the playoff games, and I get it. But all year, other than that stupid Baltimore game, we were all thinking San Fran for a large part of the season after that 3-game losing streak that they were the best team in the NFL. And there were some people that thought the Chiefs weren't even going to win a playoff game. Now I give them credit for beating Buffalo, but really, like Buffalo was kind of a one-trick pony with a lot of defensive injuries. And the Chiefs probably should have handled them by even more, if we're being honest. I love Josh Allen, but he has no answer. And he really needs a better coach if he really wants to go toe-to-toe with Mahomes and go up against Andy Reid and Spagnuolo. It's really not fair to him because I'm sorry, I don't believe in McDermott at all. Hot take for you guys.
They were decimated on defense. They were playing their 5th and 6th linebacker, and their
they were decimated.
Like,
so many injuries.
Milano
it really wasn't fair to them.
Who else was gone? Von Miller, but Von Miller hasn't been the same ever
Milano was gone.
Yeah.
They lost some other dudes too.
They're down to like their 4th and 5th cornerbacks. Like you're not.
Tre'Davious
White has
been on IR since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they were.
No, AK's
right. Hey, Millie, I got a proposition for you. When we do some mock drafts coming up, you want to hop on for some?
Yeah, it depends on when it's all about timing for me.
We're gonna record some. I can do one late. I want to do the some of the other divisions and other teams. The kid we brought on the network, he's been smart with it. We did an NFC North one. I took a corner and then a safety and then 2 running backs for the Packers. Med had a lot of fun with the Bears. Med, what were your first few picks?
My first 2 picks were Marvin Harrison and Caleb Williams. And I'm not
Caleb
joking.
Williams fell to that 9 pick. In this simulator.
That's kind of the same face I had too. I was
hey,
what?
I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. I just think he's Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Ooh,
I think he's Johnny Manziel 2.0. That dude is so
hero ball.
He is. Well, no, he is the way he's handled everything leading up to this point, where he wants ownership in the team. And I don't blame him. But I'm just like, dude, you better be
legit.
You better be the dude. If you come in there and start stinking it up, we saw CJ Stroud come in and play well. We saw who's the other guy?
Not Bryce Young.
Richardson.
Yeah, he was playing well before he got hurt.
From
I'm excited about him next year. That's going to be interesting.
Like, dude, you keep running. You demand all this stuff, and you better.
What
better
was the
put up
crazy
some numbers?
Yeah, the crazy thing about Anthony Richardson, like Seth, who is the guy that I co-host with on Shots, he is like severely into SEC. And I think Richardson only completed 54% of his passes when he got drafted. And, to see what he was able to do, he actually was completing passes. He wasn't just like what Cam Newton did in his rookie year, where he would run around the edge and stuff like that for like a 10-yard game and then throw it to Steve Young. He actually was doing really well. And, he's just got to learn to not take them hits.
Well, that's Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
Look at what he did with Jalen Hurts in Philly.
True.
You know what I mean? Shane Steichen knows how to dial it up now.
Mm-hmm.
I like him as their coach. That could make that that division really interesting next year with Houston probably being the cream.
Did they make the playoffs?
No, they fell short in that last game.
That's
they
right.
fell just short. At the very end.
Gardner Minshew, and they're knocking on the door of the playoffs. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
No offense to Gardner Minshew.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, but that's true. Good
yeah.
But yeah, Anthony Richardson's dude, that guy, he's got.
Hey, I want to ask y'all something.
You want?
What do you guys think? I did this with Bill at the beginning. We're gonna wrap in a little bit here, but we'll wrap at like the 2-hour mark. I was gonna go a little shorter, but no big deal. Jason's saying Caleb is going to go to Washington. He says Harrison Jr. is going to go to the Bears. That'd be excellent for you, Med. You guys could do it. This is way too early. Okay, and I'm not being fair here. Who do y'all think makes the Super Bowl next year, pre-free agency, pre the draft? Right now, we'll do this again. in late April, early May.
Are
do
you
you
going
think?
to write this down?
Janae, I want to hear what. Don't say
Yeah,
the Packers.
I'm going to write them down. Hey, man, I boldly pick Green Bay, but you know what? For you, maybe
You know
I'll
it's coming.
pick real. I do think Green Bay could be a contender. We'll see. They got a lot of work to do. They're a young team. So who do y'all think? Yeah, I'm going to write them down. I got AK, got Janae, got Med. I'll write mine down. I know Bill's. Bill said Green Bay versus Baltimore. I can't see Baltimore getting that, but they'd never do it. So
I can't see the other half of that. I mean,
we're just such a young team. Taking another step would be they got to like their.
Did I mean, good for you. I mean, it ain't like I'm going to go sit there and be like, did you know that Isaac one time just straight up asked me? He was like, "Can you just say go Pack go?" And I was like, "No, that's not happening."
Never. Never.
He's like, no way, I'm not doing it. It's
Never.
not happening, dude.
That's like, AK like cheering for the Seahawks. It's just not happening.
I hope they lose every game for the rest of eternity.
They used to own y'all, not anymore. It's so different now. Good for you guys.
Yeah, they did. That was brutal. Janae, who do you think is going to make the Super Bowl?
My Pack versus Patricia.
Oh, that was actually my pick earlier too, but I'll pick a real one because I really don't think Green Bay is going to make it next year.
I think we are.
I think if we landed home runs,
stick to your guns.
Gotta
today.
love that.
Let me tell you why I think we are. Because now that we got a taste of what it could be and what it is, it's going to make people more hungry and more determined. And when you have young guys that are hungry and determined, and people start acting like they got some sense, and coaches do their jobs, oh baby, it's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to go in there, and I think we're going to get another ring. I do.
That division is going to be wild. Detroit's going to be good still.
I do think we have a chance to be one of the best teams in the NFC.
Still? They haven't been good for 50 years.
They're going to be good since this year.
I just don't believe in the defense yet. Like we that's why we lost to San Fran, even as decent as they played. And if this DC isn't it, then how are we? I don't believe in it.
You lost San Fran because Brock Purdy put the team on his back.
Huh?
He said, "Y'all been screwing around for 3 quarters. Give me this football. I'm going 6-7."
Well, he also threw us a bunch of ducks in the first half that we didn't pick off. We didn't want them.
Hey,
that didn't help.
That's the last drive. Whenever the money had to be made,
he made plays.
Right down the
field.
And
his runs against Detroit, Brock Purdy's legs, what were helped win them that game, because it wasn't like they just blew. Other than those 2 quick plays, it wasn't like they just blew Detroit out. Purdy had to make plays with his legs and with his arm in that second half that were crucial.
He was 13 of 16 for 174 yards and a touchdown, and then ran for 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I think San Francisco did what they always do. They play with their opponents, and then when their opponents get comfortable, that's when they come in through the end. Okay. And they come in like a pimp with that, where's my money slap? And there goes the game.
Give me the powder.
All right, so Janae's got Green Bay, KC. Let's go Med. What you got? I'm having a blast, honestly. I'm going to stay on for a while. I'm going to kind of miss this show. I'm going to take a break after Monday. So let's just keep going.
Tuesday. You're taking a break after Tuesday.
After this show Monday, but after Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm doing 2 shows Tuesday, and then we're gonna do some free records. I'm gonna take a few weeks off.
That's what we're doing too. Yeah.
AK, after my aunt and everything, I loaded up this week, and I was like, I gotta do mental health break.
AK, you want to go right now and come back to me, or you're good?
I can go if you all.
I'm ready.
Go.
Niners. We're still gonna have Brock Purdy on the rookie deal.
So one more year, right?
Yep, they got 11 draft picks this year, or maybe more.
We do too. We have 11, I think, 10 or 11.
It's 11 or 12. I can't remember.
We've got the 5th most capital in the NFL. That is the one benefit if the Packers land picks, but they're gonna have to land picks like Detroit and KC did to be a legitimate bona fide contender. Because I'm sorry, unless Hafley's it, the defense has got a lot of work to do, and the offense is still. They might lick their wounds the first half of the season. They're young. They did this year.
At some point, Green Bay needs to learn how to stop the run.
Absolutely. Honestly, do you know their number 1 signing? They should go out and get Chris Jones. Seriously. Some defensive tackle, inside linebacker. They need to.
Well, you also said they need to get T. Higgins, which is going to be you can't really get both.
No, I would if I have to pick. If you told me the Packers are going to sign a big free agent and it's either Chris Jones or T. Higgins, I'd pick Chris Jones.
I'd have to go with Chris Jones.
Even as age, I would.
I
You
will
don't
tell
need-
you this: the one thing, and we'll get AK after this. If I was the Packers, and when my second pick, I would actually look at Tre'Davious Sweat from the Texas.
Like that pick. I like that pick, dude. It's early in the second.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, AK.
No, you're good. I mean, obviously, I think the Niners from the NFC. I mean, you just flip the calendar. Niners are in the NFC Championship.
No, I mean, I'm thinking Niners too, but I just want. I'm just.
It's hard to repeat, though.
And
It really is. That's my other thing.
the Bills. I think the Bills finally break through.
Yeah.
I do. That
No,
dude
you
is too good up there.
I'm thinking.
Not to make a deep run.
You thinking Josh Allen gonna pull it through, which he's a bad man. I respect
he
that.
is one of the baddest.
I got a surprise pick. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do it, but I got a surprise one for you guys. Because I did say Green Bay early.
I love
no.
those two.
But I like them. I think they're coming. I wouldn't be surprised if either
man.
if you Green Bay or Houston. I wouldn't be
Ryans.
surprised. Whatever bet says either Green Bay or Houston makes the Super Bowl, you might want to book that. That could be a fun bet because one of those teams might actually do it. Houston, I really like the track they're on. They got a defensive-minded head coach. I actually like Houston's track in some respects better than Green Bay because they don't have a running back. Singletary was good at the end of the season, but they got what they've got. The weapons on offense are kind of stupid. They've got Tank Dell was just a beast. Nico Collins, man, they've got some studs at receiver with C.J. Stroud, but I think it's harder to do that. It's really hard to do this with a second-year quarterback. And I know Love is going to be fifth year, but it's a second year starting.
Quarterback, he chokes when you need him to come through.
Who? Stroud?
Yes.
That was rookie. Okay. So Matt, you took San Fran and who? Or no? Yeah.
Okay.
I took San Fran and Buffalo.
Okay, Matt, what was yours?
That's a good one.
All right. I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Oh
You say
Lord.
Green Bay. Do it.
No, it's not going to be Green Bay.
Huh?
Not even in the hearts of hearts will it be.
Don't say
Green Bay right
Chicago.
now.
Don't do it.
Don't hurt yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to let my fandom capitalize on my football wisdom. I'm going to just go ahead and say because I think what's going to happen is Detroit's going to use what happened in this past NFC game. They're going to use that and be a hungry team and have a chance. I mean, I don't know exactly the salary cap situation with San Francisco. I see them both meeting each other in the next championship game as well, and possibly Detroit taking it. As far as the AFC goes, I kind of have to agree with AK on this. I think that Buffalo has a really good chance in doing this. And I will say this, the surprise team next year is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders.
I like that.
Oh, stop it.
I think they climb back in the playoffs. I got some playoff stuff for you guys if you want to do it now in game. I'm going to shock you guys. I'm going to go Cincinnati, Detroit. I think Burrow gets back. I know they've got the holes on offense. They've got a bad
Cool
salary
Joe.
cap situation, but I like Joe Burrow.
Oh Lord, I need a drink.
Joe Burrow ask Joe Burrow over Allen in the playoffs every time. If it's a math equation, you got Burrow here. He's the only guy who can slay Mahomes.
Till
yes,
Sunday. Till
Huh?
Sunday, Purdy's gonna get him.
Hey
Well,
man, I
right
hope so
out
for
there,
you
you
guys.
might as well
But
say
other than Tom Brady, Burrow's the only guy to beat him in the playoffs, and I think it's going to happen next year. I don't believe in Jackson, and I got to see Allen do it in the playoffs to believe it. I like him a lot. I really want him to. I really, for Buffalo's sake, but I like this. I'm going to go Cincy Detroit.
Oh,
And I do
another
think that
throwback.
it's going to be somebody other than the two teams right now because it's hard to repeat, even though I like San Fran. Detroit just landed a ton of rookies. If they do that again,
Mhm.
oh my gosh.
That's
I
what
think
I'm
there's
saying.
a
Lights out.
chance they'll say this. I think Green Bay, unless they screw up with this DC, I do think they'll be back in the playoffs. And I think they'll either be fighting Detroit or it'll be San Fran Detroit NFC Conference Championship. I do think Green Bay has a chance to get that far. We'll see. If Love is really it, we're going to find out.
And a quick throwback to
That's
the
an
stat
interesting
that
one.
AK
Brown.
Oh, that'd be a
actually threw
good
up
one.
about the coin toss.
hmm
Out of the last 19 games, the team wearing white jerseys was the one that won.
Mhm.
16 and 33.
Not Dallas.
The last 19
And-
games.
And
Oh.
the last 7 games Jim Nance has called, the white jersey team has won.
Ooh.
Hey, can I get those Super Bowl winners from y'all? You give me your picks. Who wins? So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Detroit gets their Super Bowl. AK San Fran Buffalo.
San Fran. There's a new dynasty forming.
Ooh.
You got a shot. You do. Janae, Green Bay, KC.
You better know it.
I'm writing yours down. Med, what you got? Detroit, Buffalo. I'll get Bills later.
I think that AK's bestie will get his ring.
I'm telling you, I think Green Bay go take this one because they got a taste of, and they go come back in like a freak of nature. I'm telling you.
So next year, I'm going to do better with keeping my episodes shorter for YouTube because I want to blow it up. And this isn't live on YouTube right now, but I'm having a blast. So I got one more segment for y'all if you got time. Okay, yeah. I did this with my wife, and we had a lot of fun with it. She did great, honestly. I hope I can talk her into more shows, not just football related. I think she's really good. She knows her football too. Okay, I'm going to give you the 7 AFC teams. Give me a team or two you think that falls out. I'll give you the teams that made the playoffs this year, and give me a team. You can give me up to 3 if you want, but 1 to 3 teams that falls out of the playoffs next year. Baltimore, Buffalo, KC, Houston, Cleveland, Miami, and Pittsburgh. Give me 1 to 3 teams that falls out of the playoffs next year.
It's got to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I honestly don't like any of the wild cards. I think Deshaun Watson doesn't figure it out.
Miami.
And Cleveland. I actually think Cleveland, Miami, and Pittsburgh all could fall out. I really do.
Especially with their new defense coordinator.
Wait, who's their new defensive coordinator?
Joe Barry.
Oh, Packers.
Joe Barry is their run game coordinator, AK. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you hired that guy for run defense? No freaking way.
Their run defense is going to be trash.
That was awful.
Joe Barry can't stop an old lady in a wheelchair with arthritis. What do you mean?
I want to say thanks to everybody for hanging for 2 hours too. I know it's a long time. Packers going to win the division, have a first round bye in home field. I hope you're right, dude. I really do.
Spin Zone, they're just like, we're not going to stop anybody anyways. We might as well just encourage people to run the ball so we can run our carnival style offense all over the place.
He said carnival style.
Okay, wait, I got to say something about Miami. Would you guys pay Tua? Because personally, I know he had great stats. I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. Not even if you ignore the medical stuff. He's not the right quarterback for that system. They need a guy with a stronger arm, and he can't throw it 50 yards down the field.
He can't throw to a 5th grader. Stop it.
I don't know.
It's tough because I know he put up stats, but I wouldn't do it.
Miami.
With his health risk, and they party too much and they do too much, they're not going to get where they need to be. Period.
I agree with you. I don't know if I like what McDaniel. It's like Dallas, AK, don't you think? Like when they played each other, it was great because it turned into a defensive battle.
Yeah, I was like, this is like the Spider-Man meme. They're both sitting there pointing at each other. It's like, hey, then they both like, who's going to get credit for beating a good team? And it's like, well, turns out both of you stink, and you're both frauds.
Absolutely.
But now
Dallas is hilarious to me.
Miami, they lost Chubb and they lost one of their other pass rushers.
Was it Phillips? Who was it?
Yeah, Jalen Phillips, I think.
Yep.
They had some pretty significant injuries.
Yeah, but that's not enough of an excuse for a team that was fraudulent all year, in my opinion.
Who was fraudulent all year? Miami
and Dallas.
Oh yeah,
they both.
I love when they played each other. That was the best game ever. Because it was going to be that. It was going to be, we beat a team with a winning record. Like Dallas fans were excited about beating Seattle barely at home. And DK Metcalf made Teron Bland. He just threw his defensive player of the year case right out the window.
Yeah.
Torched them.
And they both got walked in the first round. I mean, one of the things I can one of the things I can say, and Isaac's heard it, Janae, aka, I don't know if you've heard it. I've actually said plenty of times, even when he was coming out of college and out of Alabama, I don't think Tua really had the arm strength coming out of college. And really and truthfully, the one person I think that really would fit that offense is if the Dallas Cowboys actually let him go would be Dak. And the only reason why I say that is because he has the arm right now, because Tua is like giving the keys to someone that's used to driving a Pinto and giving the keys to a Ferrari. He's not going to push the gas pedal at all. He's going to ease it in. You got Tyreek Hill, you got Jaden Waddle, and you got an awesome running back core. I mean, A-Chain, Mostert, all of them really good. I think Mostert is actually a free agent after this year, but
I think they're going to lock him up even at his age.
Yeah.
He was kind of their, it was like Debo for the 49ers. He was their it was like the 49ers is like you get different parts of that engine that are driving it, or like the Transformers meme I saw. That was pretty sweet. Somebody threw that on Twitter. That was pretty cool. But Mostert was huge for the Dolphins. He had over 20 TDs this year. It was huge. He saved me in fantasy too.
The Dolphins offense, very much like the 49ers, is it's very much playing with the lead and timing and rhythm based.
Don't disrespect your team like that, sir. Don't do that.
Well, you see some of the plays that they draw, and it's all the motion before the snap, and then it's crossing, and everything's bam, bam, bam. If you do it right, it looks beautiful. But then you run into a team that hits you in the mouth, and then Tua's out there looking like Jimmy G, right?
Yeah.
Like throwing the ball up to nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Jimmy
does.
G. Oof.
There's no.
But was he really that bad, y'all?
Who?
Yeah.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy
He's
G.
horrible. He's horrible.
He's
when you said that he
okay.
lowered AK,
He's better than Derek Carr.
I don't think he's that bad.
Derek Carr. Let me just say something about Derek Carr. If the Saints, and they're probably going to have to because they're capped, if they really roll out with Derek Carr and Dennis Allen, that's going to be a fun train wreck to watch, because I'm sure they'll be around 7-8 wins because they've got some talent on other spots of that roster. But that Dennis Allen Derek Carr combination, I feel bad for Saints fans. That's not going to work out for them.
Yeah, that
might be the worst quarterback coach tandem in the NFL now that Atlanta is finally free from Arthur Smith and probably Ritter.
But there's no with Tua. If everything isn't working appropriately and on time,
it's flustered.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
And
it does.
That's what used to happen to Jimmy G and Brock Purdy over the last year. I don't mean to bring it back to that, but you can see that he recognizes that, whoa, that's not the right move, and he ends up making a play himself.
I'm not gonna lie, Jimmy G did look confused sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
and I'd be like, baby, what's going on? You don't know the play? What happened?
No,
he could make some plays in key moments, like that stupid,
for sure.
Okay, that stupid Packer 49er game where Rodgers really shot his legacy right in the foot when he put up 10 at home, and yell at a special teams play 2 years ago. But Jimmy G went out there and actually made more plays in the game than Rodgers did, and a couple of them were shovel passes and stupid plays, but it was just enough to win. And he did a lot of that because he had a great team around him. He made just enough plays to win a lot of games, but never, even with a stacked roster, he's not going to win in a Super Bowl against like a Mahomes. It's just not going to happen.
Once he blew his knee out, he was a different player because his mobility was hampered after that.
Absolutely.
So
was that
probably a backup now, honestly.
So, but I just think that whole offense is basically what the scheme is, and then operating within the scheme. And when it's working, they'll put up 70.
Absolutely.
Anytime they get behind or the timing's disrupted by a powerful defensive front, it looks completely hilarious. So
it's true. Okay, so I had one team I think that definitely falls out. I think honestly I'm worried about Cleveland with the Watson situation, but they still got a defense. I think Miami or Pittsburgh falls out. I think Baltimore will be back in some form. Buffalo, with Josh Allen, you're probably gonna make the playoffs. He's that good. KC is going to make the playoffs.
We got Diggs too.
Houston looks like they're ascending. So I think either Cincinnati, Indy, maybe Jacksonville, or Vegas I like coming up in the AFC. What do y'all think?
No.
I do not like Jacksonville. I can tell you that.
No, Jacksonville,
I don't think so either.
I can't see it.
I don't. They had the Christian Kirk injury derailed that offense so significantly. And I heard this analogy on Bill Simmons, so I'm stealing it, but whatever. You got number one overall picks at quarterback. You got the guys, the stud, all-time greats, that are just absolutely ridiculous, Hall of Famers. You got some guys that are decent. They're going to have starting jobs forever because they were first pick and they number one pick and overall, and they'll make like a Pro Bowl and they'll have a good season or two. Like Baker. Baker's a good example of this. He probably falls in this middle category. He's not ever going to be a surefire Hall of Famer, I don't think, unless he continues to turn his career around in Tampa. I could be wrong in 5 years. Who knows? But it looks like that right now. and you got the bus, you got the Ryan Leafs.
Mhm.
I think Trevor Lawrence is in that middle category. I don't see a surefire.
I think he's beneath that.
I think he
I see
got hurt
bust.
this year.
He did get hurt.
I see middle. That's where I see him.
So I've actually been doing the state of the franchise, and the Jaguars are actually going to be on my next episode. And
If Seth cancels, I'll hop. No, I can't hop on. I'm doing Steve's show, bud. Sorry.
yeah,
forgot.
So what I will say about Jacksonville, I will say out of the teams that are in there right now, Cleveland would be the one I would think. Pittsburgh would be a close second, but Cleveland and the whole Deshaun case that's going on right now, I think that whole contract just hampered
What
them.
now?
So what do you mean?
What do you do now?
What the man done now?
It was just funny
Nothing
that
since he's been to Cleveland.
Okay.
I mean,
no, I don't know that he's
Nothing.
actually done anything. It's just anytime he sees a way to get out of like playing, he gets out of playing.
Yep.
He's got.
So why
guaranteed
sign the
money.
contract?
They thought they were getting a stud.
right?
Why?
Like,
Why indeed? Why
I
indeed?
mean, why you getting in the pen with the dogs when you a puppy? Don't do that.
Exactly. All right, hey, I got to ask this NFC question then. If anybody has anything else, and AK, I want you to plug where your show's at, and we're gonna one more time pitch Nate's show and then shots. All right, NFC teams. Give me a team you think is going to fall out. We already talked teams we think they're going to come up like Vegas. I don't see any bottom feeders. I do think I have a bold prediction. I think it'd be hilarious if Harbaugh actually picked McCarthy and flipped Justin Herbert to a team like Miami. I don't think he's going to actually do it. I've just heard weird rumors.
No, I think he has the balls to do it.
I kind of think he does. I just don't really. Are you going to let Herbert go? But what if he did flip him to a team like Miami or somebody that needs a quarterback? I mean, if Miami was to give up on Tua or something, I don't know. I wouldn't see Miami. I would see different teams. I could see a lot of other landing spots for Justin Herbert. But if he really loves McCarthy, he's not going to draft McCarthy and keep Herbert. There's no way that happens.
Exactly.
Why would he draft McCarthy?
Dude, I've
JJ
seen it
McCarthy.
on multiple sites.
Why?
He was saying McCarthy is going to be
That's
the first
his
quarterback.
guy. What do you
No.
mean?
I don't see it at all. I don't. I'm just saying it's Harbaugh, and the dude is got the cojones to do this.
I just don't believe in McCarthy. I don't see what.
I agree with you.
I don't believe.
I had problems taking him in my mock in the middle of the first. I didn't even think he's a first round.
Hey, I'm being honest.
Being honest.
I don't think McCarthy's a first round pick. If I was a GM, I wouldn't take him in the first round. Second round.
Neither is Jordan Love. What the heck?
Jordan Love had potential. I'm looking at McCarthy, and I saw
Jordan Love has a cannon.
Yes, he does.
I mean,
He's got arm talent that not a lot of guys have in the NFL. That's what. And if he gets if he continues to work on the accuracy and the decision making, and he's got the poise. He went into Dallas and had no problem. He played fine, and except for the last throw, the other one was a tip ball.
Anybody can beat Dallas.
That's true.
He didn't really go out and ball. Okay, so NFC teams. We went off track there. It's okay. San Fran, which team's going to fall out? Give me 1 to 3. San Fran, Dallas, Detroit, Tampa, Philly, LA Rams, Green Bay. This is an interesting one. I feel like this is harder than the AFC, in my opinion.
If I had to bet, it would be Tampa Bay just because the
Agreed.
NFC South is an absolute roulette.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Cowboys, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do.
Especially with Mike Zimmerman. Lord.
You're going to really pay Dak $65 million a year?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's what the contract's going to be. It's going to be 60 to 65 if they're stupid enough to pay it. They got one more year.
Fix it. Look. Ooh,
he's getting 40 right now.
Everybody around the country is like, give him his money. Let him have
Lord,
it.
I need a
ahead, guys.
Do it. Pay him. I,
Micah
want more
Parsons
fun. Every January, I want Cowboys fans to cry every year. Jason, thanks for hanging with us, dude.
I can draft a 5th grader that can play better than him. What do you mean? Pay him $60 million to do what?
Hey, no, I want Cowboys fans to extend McCarthy and pay Dak so I can enjoy this every January because it's fun for me. I love this.
Let's go.
That's what I want.
Give him a
you know it gets tipped in my house when that happens.
Bobby Bonilla him. Give him that Bobby Bonilla contract.
Ooh.
Lifetime to Cowboy.
Dak or AK, do you think Dallas is going to fall out of the playoffs? Because I was wondering that too.
I think they'll
Like-
go wild. They'd be wild card or out.
What about Philly?
They're out.
Get those bums out of here. They stink. Stink, stank, stunk. Get them out. They stink.
The reason why I feel, especially now that they don't since they don't fired everybody, okay, everything is all over the place. There's no organization. I don't think they're gonna know which is what, and it's like,
I agree on the Cowgirls.
And
Yeah, I agree.
and if they play anything like they did this year,
That was
Phillies will
ugly.
be out. I agree. We got some.
the
I like
fact that they struggled against a team like Tampa Bay, what?
Tampa
Huh?
Bay was actually sneaky good and this year, and the main
Don't
reason
do
I
that.
do agree with no, I mean Baker Mayfield is actually a decent quarterback, and
Please.
if there was a quarterback that went to a perfect situation, Baker went to a team that has Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They're both not scrubs.
And Rashawn White was a heck of a receiving back for them.
Oh, I'm
He
not
flowed
saying that,
perfectly.
but
And
What about the
most of
Rams? Because I actually think the Rams are going to be tough next year with
Philly-
that offense.
Philly's a top tier. They're too good for them to have struggled against Tampa
Oh, wait,
the
hold
way
on.
that they did.
But Philly's defense
They
is
quit.
trash. And to me,
Thank you, sir. Thank
to
you.
me,
They quit.
quit.
we're going to find out they quit. And I'm worried that Sirianni doesn't have a handle on this team. And it might continue. This might not have just been a Super Bowl hangover. And I'm hearing all this stuff about A.J. Brown. If they're dumb enough to lose him, they're going to be in serious trouble on offense because they already have issues with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith on offense.
They're getting
Oh,
old
man.
too now. They're getting
Huh?
old too now. I mean,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're getting old on that offensive line. That defensive
Graham,
line did
yeah,
not
defense.
produce. The
Yep.
linebackers suck. The secondary is trash. You can score up and down on them. And if they don't fix that defense, they're going to have a problem because I'm just going to be honest. This is full honesty. I think the Rams and Green Bay are going to usurp them. And I don't believe in Seattle. I don't know about Chicago yet. If they land their draft picks, they're going to be right there. But Philly's going to have problems contending with the top teams in the NFC if they don't already.
Get it
They already
together.
did this year. They got destroyed by Tampa Bay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a good look at
No,
all.
it's not.
Well, Lane Johnson came out and said at one of these Super Bowl interviews that after the
Yeah.
Niners game, when the Niners dismantled him, he said that shook him. And he said, I think everybody saw everything that was on tape there. And
I just don't think Sirianni's the coach for that
Yeah, that was
team.
on
To
Dan
go
Patrick.
1-6 with that talent, that's a
you're right,
bad
Ned.
look.
Yeah.
A mess.
Mess.
I would say if teams drop out, I agree with AK. I could see Tampa Bay dropping. I definitely can see Philly dropping because they lost a lot of leadership last year. And like you said
They
earlier,
did.
I agree with the head coach dropping. And then I think Jason Kelsey just retired too.
Mm-hmm.
Was it
If that is
official?
true, that's going to hurt that offensive line. And I could see that, like, you talked pretty much, you just laid it out the platter in front of us. AJ Brown's have an issue with Jalen Hurts. That's another team that just looks like they're descending into chaos. Chicago, as far as like a team taking that next step, I don't see it just yet. I see it in 2 years. The team that I would actually say that I could see taking the next step, and this is if Cousins actually goes down to them,
Atlanta.
would be the Atlanta Falcons.
They got to get a quarterback. That's the key. We're going to find out if Morris is it too. He didn't do well as he did good with the Rams, but he didn't do well there as the interim. But if they get a quarterback, they had a solid D. They
Their
got
defense
weapons
is
on
good.
that offense. Oh man, that could be fun. I unfortunately think the Giants, and I feel bad for Dan Quinn, unless he's able to turn around that defense. I don't see it there at all. And
Yeah.
Minnesota, I mean, yeah, they got weapons on offense, but their defense was
They're losing
actually
their quarterback,
solid, but
too.
they've got a problem with the quarterback. It's
Well,
significant.
the thing is, there's a
They
clear.
always have problems with their quarterbacks. It's Minnesota.
That's true. There's a clear divide in the NFC of
Yeah.
teams that are really good,
Mhm.
and then pretty much everybody, teams that are on the bubble of being good or really good, and then everybody else. Because if you go by division, you go the NFC West. It's San Francisco, LA.
Yep.
Cardinals and Rams are terrible, and if you go
Yeah.
to the NFC North, it's
Oh,
Green Bay.
wait. You
What?
think the Rams? I think the Rams are better than Seattle.
I think
that's
Coming
what
up
I'm saying. It's San
Oh
Francisco.
yeah,
and the
okay, I
Rams,
got you. I
and then
misheard you.
Seattle and Arizona, and then
Seattle, and Arizona, yeah.
in the
Yeah, I
North,
agree.
it's
Seattle's
Bay
in
and the
trouble with
Lions.
Geno, man.
Green Bay and the Lions. I
Mhm.
don't know what Chicago and Minnesota are going to do. You go to the
Mhm.
South, that's a cluster.
That's
You
just-
know what?
That's just a cluster of mess.
Then you go to the
That's
East.
diarrhea. It's everywhere.
you go to the East and everybody, it's Phillies in shambles, the
Good and
Lions.
terrible, like Randy Watson singing.
So it's like there's like 4 or 5 teams in the NFC, and then the rest is just like a roulette of whoever happens to not suck the most.
Yeah, who's gonna be
But no,
the seventh
seriously
seed?
though, that's how the
True.
NFC East is. Whichever team sucks the least takes their division every
Right.
year.
Seriously, if Green Bay plays Dallas again, I think that they can take them. I like the
Oh,
Rams. I
yeah.
don't like Philly.
Stop it.
It's really like in the NFC, it looks like it's San Fran, Detroit to me next year, unless Atlanta does something special. I don't believe in Tampa. It looks like it's San Fran, Detroit, and then probably Green Bay and the Rams, and then like I don't believe in anybody
Exactly.
unless something
Like,
stupid happens.
There's a
Honestly,
clear division, and
I just like I agree with AK. I see those
About
4
6
teams.
Now I see what you're talking about, homie. I feel you.
yeah,
Yeah, you
It's like-
put Green Bay up there. There you
the
go.
AFC is. I mean, good luck.
Oh,
there's
man.
like 7. There's like 10 All-Pro quarterbacks.
I have a
in the
theory
AFC.
on the AFC too that it's such a brutal conference. I'm curious if the Chiefs
They are
they're
cutthroat.
already banged up going into the Super Bowl. I'm wondering if it's like in the NBA, like there's always one conference, and it's the NFL the same way. That's a gauntlet, and just getting through it takes it out of you. And it used to be it looks like in the NBA this season, it's by far the West. The team that comes out might just be so freaking I know it's just basketball, but their legs might be so shot they're not able to keep pace with if Boston's healthy or whoever comes out of the East, maybe New York or something. And in football, it's the same thing to me. Like I'm going to toss more NBA into this show because I love it, but like the AFC looks like such a gauntlet. I'm going to be curious if my theory holds here with KC. I love this defense, but it was such a tougher conference this year to come out of.
Look at the 2 sides in the Final 4 quarterbacks. In the NFC, it was Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love. Right? Is that who it was in the Final 4?
Yes.
All the best
The
quarterbacks in the AFC.
Right. And then the AFC, it was Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, CJ Stroud, and Burrow was hurt. It's like,
Yeah.
I know. If Jordan Love can vault up, honestly, I love Goff, but Jordan Love might be that guy to ascend because it's not going to be Dak. And I love Goff. He played great, but it's not him.
I don't care if the Cowboys go 17-0. I don't care. I don't give an R-bark.
Nope.
I will pick them to lose the first round every time.
Yep. I love it. I could do a whole cowboy bashing show. I'll just call it The Cowboys Suck and see how many people watch it. You know how many ratings that show would get?
Yeah.
That show would be great. All right, guys. Hey, final thoughts. I'm going to go around and let everyone pitch their show and give final thoughts on the Super Bowl. You got a minute or two. The floor is yours. I could go all night, but I'm going to try to be good and keep the show to 2.5 hours. 20,000 views, probably, Chris. I agree.
Oh,
Chris, like the Canadian Football League, the West was the best a year ago. True.
Did I tell you my husband did the bet?
No, what bet?
Okay, the bet was if the Cowboys beat the Packers, I had to wear one of his jerseys and go on Facebook Live and say, "We them boys."
Oh, no.
If the Packers won, he had to go on the frozen tundra and wear my jersey and say, "Go Pack, go."
There you
How was
go.
that? I want that episode. Tell me later,
As long as
okay?
it wasn't a
'Cause I'm
joke.
probably not going to play Call of Duty tonight. So.
He wore my Rashawn Gary jersey. It was beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's up. All right. Let's go. Janae, why don't you, I know we've already done it once. Why don't you pitch your show ideas and final take on the Super Bowl?
Okay. Final take on the Super Bowl. I think San Fran has the ability to do it. I hope they do it.
Okay.
They need to knock Patricia down a notch. Watch out for them flags, because anytime somebody breathe on Patricia, flag.
It's true.
My show, Queen of Premiere, it's about movies, entertainment, music, stuff like that. Anybody can feel free to come on and talk about their, the topics that are at hand, or bring up a topic and we could talk about it on the show. Let's rival and rumble. Again, that's going to be about the biggest rivals and, NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball. And we're just going to talk about how tense it gets, how the fans are.
Boxing.
UFC.
That'd be fun to talk a little bit of that in.
Everything.
Sounds good.
Love it.
That one will probably be premiering. Just so everybody knows, we're gonna try to get the Queen of the Premiere up by. I'd like to get it up by March because I'd like to hop on and talk Dune 2 because I'm very excited for it. I'm a huge movie guy. Love movies.
Well, like
I'd like to get it up in March. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
I was going to say we're going to try to get it in because the show idea that Janae actually pitched was the top 10 Black History Month movies. So
yeah, we'd like to get it in this month, even before March. So
it would be cool if I get to do that, but if I can't, that's okay. I can extend it to another month and we could talk about it. But I think it's important that our history is talked about because how many people didn't know about Hidden Figures? That it was Black women who did the math behind NASA.
Awesome movie too.
Or the Tuskegee Airmen, how they didn't lose anybody in their brigade and they saved so many lives.
Great.
So,
and this is going to be on the Podcast Boys Network, where we also have, and I'm going to let you finish. We have the Football Experts, mine and Med's, our baby show that AK actually came up with the name for. Yeah. We got to get him back on. When the Blitz hits the fan, we like that name, so we stuck with it. It's got Fun Football Podcast, When the Blitz Hits the Fan, Med's show Shots. We're about to have Queen of the Premiere, and when we got the Football Expert from YouTube, and we've got American Football Network. So we have 6 shows, possibly Janae's seventh in the fall, and they may also have a baseball show. So we've got possibly 8 shows on our network. So yeah, we're expanding. We want to keep doing some more stuff too.
Love it.
Yeah. So Janae, anything else?
I also wanted to pitch an idea with you guys on Queen of Premiere about maybe talking about the Grammys.
Ooh, yeah. I like it.
If it's entertainment, it's what you want to do. I'm down for it.
I like it. We're going to try to line up some guests for you too. We're going to get you on Twitter. Chris B is probably good. He can help with that too, but I'm starting to like more and more movie people on Twitter. There's a bunch of entertainment podcasts. So
if AK could come on, let's rival and rumble, because it'll be interesting to hear your perspective on it all. I like your vibe.
I like yours too. I tuned in. I was like, I like her. She's fun.
Yeah, dude, she's awesome.
Took me about 30 seconds to realize that.
He's like, oh, dude, yes. We got lucky, dude. She's the best. And these guys, the kids are from seniors in high school. And one of them's got freaking, dude, he's about to monetize. He helped us land a sponsor already. He's not even 18. He's got a shop. Me and Matt were like, dang, we're behind.
Yeah. We were talking about that the other day. The J-Vibe from our show. He's like, why didn't we start this 10 years ago? I was like, I don't know. No idea.
Agreed.
I mean,
well, my ex sucked. Never could have done it without my wife now. It never would have happened. Yeah. Ooh, Jason's got a question. We're gonna get back to everyone's closing takes. I want to hear this. What's everyone's favorite football movie? Rudy is amazing. I just rewatched it. Love that movie.
I actually have 2.
I have 2.
All right, what's y'all's?
You first, Janae. Ladies first.
Thank you. You said a gentleman. Remember the Titans.
Oh, great.
Nice.
And my favorite part was when Sunshine said, let him through.
Oh.
And my other one, I think it was called the American Express or the Express, where the football player that had leukemia.
Oh, Brian's song.
I was going to say Brian's song. Yeah. I was like,
Game Plan. Mad with Tours.
All right. One of them is actually a comedy, but I just like watching it. The Replacements with
good one. I thought you were saying Longest Yard.
I just love it for some reason. Loosely based on the replacement players from 1987 or 83 or something like that. The other one is actually kind of a low key one. It got really bad views, but I like it. Draft Day was actually another one.
I thought it was fun. Kim Costner did a good job on that one. Ned, you got AK? You got a favorite football movie? 1 or 2?
I like Friday Night Lights, and I like Any Given Sunday.
I also like Friday Night Lights. It was special. I'm gonna go Friday Night Lights. It's a 3-way tie though. Really, like I love Remember the Titans. It sticks. It just worked. Friday Night Lights, man, was freaking awesome. Like that's where you saw Tim McGraw could act, and they did that movie right. Yep. I loved it. It was so well done.
Man, Willie Beeman.
I like
Willie
that
You
one
gotta
Beeman.
too.
love, you
I
gotta
And
love
then
love
I
some
also
Willie
love
Beeman,
Rudy.
baby.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is Rudy's not even really like a football movie. It is, but it's more of a movie about heart, and I just appreciate it. And Sean Ashton did a great job. Lord of the Rings, he's just the best. So I like that one too. Good question, Jason. I
Very
need to
good
get you on the
question.
show, dude. You're doing good
Yeah,
takes,
dude.
man. All right. Janae, anything else? Sorry, I cut you
Yes,
off
sir.
with that movie
I'm
question.
over here.
Thank you for hopping on again. You're the best. We're
I
gonna have
got
so
you,
much fun,
man.
dude.
Whenever you need me, just call me. I got you, boo.
I feel bad for Bill. We kept him up late. I could tell he's tired. I get it. It's a long week. All right. Let's go. Let's go AK and then shots, and then I'll go last. AK, the closing Super Bowl thoughts, where people can find your show, what your show's about. Really, I didn't give you a chance to pitch
Oh,
it.
that's all right.
We've already done it once, but yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you on for the interview too.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh no,
I had so
I
many.
understand.
Dude, I did. Man, how many shows did I do this week? Jesus, I don't even know.
Wasn't
We
it
had,
like
I
four?
mean, you both did a lot.
Oh my God, we
It
did
was
so
more
many.
than
So I
four,
did
wasn't
two
it?
tonight. I did one last. No, I had fun. I did fun football last night. I
Mm-hmm.
hopped on one on Wednesday. We didn't do Blitz Tuesday, so that was a break day. In the last 7 or 8 days, I think I've done like 10 shows. I don't even know. I piled them
believe it.
up.
Because I've done like 4 Super Bowl previews.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I made this one a little different. I did betting props and stuff. I had to mix it
Yeah.
up. Each show
We
was
did a-
fun too. It was a
we
lot.
did
It
a
was a
couple
good time.
We did a couple of fun interviews. We did the 100th episode. We had our boy Daniel Kilgore on. He played for the Dolphins, the Niners, and the Chiefs. He played for 10 years.
You
And
need
then
to
we had
start doing interviews, dude. That's a genius idea. Seriously.
and then we had this past Wednesday we had Sam Martin on, the punter for the Bills.
So
Oh,
you had
sweet.
professional players on your show. I love it, dude.
Well,
That's
we played with
freaking
him.
amazing.
We played with him in college.
Yeah.
They're like our
No,
boys, you know.
It's legit, dude.
So I think we're working on our way to get into golf. Our show. Here's what I'll say about our show. We're a collection of complete. I wouldn't say imbeciles, but we
Goofballs.
it's a very lighthearted sports satirical show, but we play DraftKings too, so we talk a lot about daily fantasy in our own spin. It's not us just regurgitating numbers. I mean, we make these big PowerPoint slides of, where this guy's from and what his favorite color is, and we link it all back to why he's a favorite at that course or why this player is better. We have our own spin on that thing. And then recently we as our show does, we do absolute idiotic things. We contacted the Waste Management golf tournament to see if we could get media passes, which led to an email chain with the marketing director for the PGA, which then landed us a bunch of information that we are now able to use to land some PGA Tour players on our show.
No way.
So
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna
That's cool.
so
That's
we're
what-
gonna be working on
Dude,
we're gonna be
you
working
guys
on
are-
getting
Congratulations.
things.
You guys
We haven't
are
landed
killing
anybody
it,
yet, but
man.
we haven't really reached out. But you never know. Like
But you just got your foot in the door. Sometimes that's all it takes.
that's how we try to do things. It's just, hey, we're idiots, yes, but we're gonna try to. Hey, if we don't ask, we'll never know.
Okay? Closed
we tell
mouths don't get fed.
That's
True.
right. So we tell a lot of jokes. We have a bunch of ridiculous segments. We talk a lot of football. When football's over, we go straight into golf, and we talk a lot of different golf. And we have a lot of different original segments that we try to use. And that's the Millie Goats. You can find us on Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We go live Wednesdays and Sunday nights.
Okay.
And we just try to laugh and have interesting guests on there and have a good time. I mean, our biggest thing is if somebody tells us like, hey, that was hilarious and that I laughed so hard at that show, I'm like, that's the best thing you could ever tell us. Like, feels like you're hanging out with us. That's exactly the vibe we want. We don't want to feel like we're over here like giving too much information and things like that. We want to. I mean, you've seen us on Twitter and listen to us on our shows sometimes. So
I've listened to several. My only thing I'm struggling with is a time limit, but I kind of like these long ones where other people come on and stuff like this because honestly, I had a blast. Like I was planning on like keeping a time limit. Like I get it because like YouTube, but I don't know. That's having fun.
it's your show.
Which one?
That's why I let Bill go. I was like, Bill, you're falling asleep.
I mean, it's
but I get it. I was like, it was cool to have other people come on in the middle. I hadn't even thought about doing this, and it worked out. And it's funny because my show just like not even 3 months ago, it wasn't even video. And look at it now. In 3 months, they did 100,000 video views on all platforms because I've been relentless with it, but also
That's what
something's working. So I'm going to keep doing that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you'll read all this stuff and be like, "Oh, it's got to be this, and you got to have this, and here's your SEO," and it's like at the end of the day, it's like it's your idea. And I'm not speaking to just in general. It's your idea. It's your show, and if you believe in what you're doing, you're gonna find a way to make it work, and people will gravitate toward that because it's original.
I mean, we still got people watching now at 2.5 hours, so something's working.
That's great. I mean, that's if you just want to. Man,
I'm just having fun too. Like I liked cutting it up with like all three of you guys, and Bill's a blast. I wouldn't have started it without him. So I'm just having a good time. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, hey, we do this network, and unless we get all these sponsors telling us to do it a certain way, and if they do, I'm going to be like, it's worked this way. But no, it's just fun. That's why I called it the fun. It's a silly name, but that's why I called it the Fun Football Podcast.
Keep coming, keep believing, and God is going to continue to bless you for real.
There you go.
So, AK man, we'll have to talk off the air in a minute. I've got some questions for you.
Yeah, but Super Bowl 31-20. I've been saying it all week. Niners. It's either going to be Brock Purdy or Fred Warner as the MVP.
Ooh, I like the Fred Warner pick because if he shuts down Kelsey,
game's lights out.
Somebody said in the comments too. I think Jason said it or something earlier.
Stat.
If he's still here.
When Travis Kelce is covered by a linebacker as the nearest defender, he leads all tight ends with like 400 yards receiving.
Yep.
Is
I saw that too.
As a defender, he has the lowest QBR in passer rating against him. So that's a fun little matchup.
Interesting. All right. Med,
Yep.
You are up, sir. And I know we do a lot of stuff together, but tell everybody about shots and whatever podcast boys stuff and Super Bowl stuff you got.
Okay. So Super Bowl score I've been actually touting is 27-24 Chiefs. I just think it's going to be a really close game. Both defenses are going to show up at the beginning of the game, and I think it's going to be kind of like the old classic of Carolina versus the New England Patriots, where it started to actually burn a little bit faster towards the end. But shots from the sidelines. I started off with audio. If you want, I could tell them the story about one of my sponsorships that I told you in AFN
you should share it because I keep the show PG, no cursing. Even though I dropped one.
I won't say what the words were.
I dropped one on Pete's show earlier. I messed up, but I was. The Ravens' game plan really frustrated me against the Chiefs because they blew that. So I let some words rip.
But my name is Shots from the Sidelines, Med. Do it with a guy named Seth. I used to coach. I coach football. I coach middle school football, and I played 2 games of semi-pro football before my boss told me you can either play ball or pay your bills. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to pay my bills. But it's interesting sometimes, especially if he starts talking about Tennessee Vols or something like that. That usually burns a fire. And if you bring up Josh McDaniels or anyone from the Belichick coaching tree, usually that does it too. I like to be blunt with what I say. And me and Isaac, it's kind of a crazy little thing that we got because we both do it differently. I'm more structured. He's more like, whew, and it works. But
absolutely.
And that's why I joke about it, saying that Blitz is our love show, our love child is what I say. And that is pretty much a panel where we will invite people on, talk to them about, of course, football. We'll talk a little bit basketball later on down the road, stuff like that. Have a good time. Just kind of like AK show. We're just hanging out, talking. And, pretty much same thing that we do on Shots, pretty much same thing on Fun. It's amazing that all of us have kind of the same things. Janae's going to be there with us. But so one time when I was just doing audio, I was looking for sponsors, and it's really hard because I won't say the server I was using, but they made it really hard to get anything. So one day I was scrolling through and I was like, okay, I see this one. And it was for an adult toy store. And so I had to make a commercial about that. And I mean, pretty much Indiana, like knock it out the park. Who's the number one person on your team, stuff like that. And it was just one of those deals. And I wish I could I won't do it on air, but I wish I still had the actual commercial that I made for this adult toy store. Because it was really good, right?
Love it.
I would have like a platinum record right here, be like, here's my stuff. Check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sorry, no, finish. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, like Isaac said earlier, right now we are the two-headed monster of the podcast boys, and we're going to be growing.
My hope is we're back here in a year and we've got some sponsors and we're talking about, I think it will be over 1 million as a network. We're already at almost 700,000, but I hope we've got some other shows on the network and maybe some sponsors lined up and things are continuing to look up. I, would love if this was a career instead. I like teaching. I do. It's exhausting though. So I don't know. I don't know if that fantasy will ever happen like that, but I do hope that we can monetize the network. I think that's a realistic possibility in the future. Hopefully near future. I actually think it's possible though, considering the growth we've had in such a short time. I think it could get there. It also helps to have people that are good, like Med. We have different strengths. Janae also, like it's bringing Lincoln on with his YouTube knowledge. It's cool. We've got different people doing different things. And I feel like it's starting to line up where hopefully we can monetize it. I think, honestly, I'm hoping just not affiliate. I'm hoping real sponsors in the future. And I think that there's a chance that happens. That's my hope. But if not, I do just have fun with this. It's a really nice stress reliever. I have a good time. Just starting Fun Football Pod and already getting into this is kind of awesome because I can see it. So I'm hoping to do a show with my wife in the future. It'd be cool. I'm not going to kill myself, though, so it might be we'll see where we're at. I don't know about a third show. Like that's why I told Janae, the entertainment one's your baby. I can't do it all the time. I can't burn myself out. So I will be taking a break after Tuesday. I'll pre-record some stuff. I'm gonna try to get AK on for one night. My wife's playing her Dino game. We'll do a mock. I'd like to do every division. I think would be fun. I don't think there's any way we'll get through all 32 teams, but we're gonna be doing our big mock, which is gonna be awesome.
Huge.
So we're doing an 8-person mock in April. That's going to be legit. So everybody's going to get 4 teams. Whoever gets Carolina screwed, but whatever.
I'll take them. I mean, I would be happy with them. I like challenges.
We're going to do like, I think 2 or 3 rounds. That's our plan. But
I would draft
I'm just hoping we can bring
linemen.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good solid
plan.
If
it's a team, you can't pick kicker. You can't just pick kicker over and over.
Somebody protect Bryce Young.
Yeah, as soon as he hiked it, he was running for his life.
Like somebody.
What makes this show fun and everything on Podcast Boys is getting to collaborate with fun people. That's one of my favorite things about it. My wife plays a Dino game, and she's like has a network of people she talks to, and honestly, she can probably stream it. Like I'm gonna eventually, when we get into video gaming, that might be an option. But I know, dude. I told her. I was like, you should do it. Seriously. She plays all the time. She started playing Call of Duty. She's hilarious. But in general, like, what's made this really cool has been meeting all these awesome people like Med, Janae, AK. I already knew Bill. He was a friend in the past. But getting to know y'all, and especially recently with everything with the Ant, but not just that. It's just been cool to meet really awesome people. Because I haven't collaborated with someone that I haven't talked to on the side a little bit. Pete's been amazing. Joe from Frozen Tundra has been awesome. We keep grabbing all this Frozen Tundra network talent.
And to think at one time I was just a Bears fan that just stumbled into the Frozen Tundra network. I mean, and here we are. So
I actually I don't know if he can not curse, but I talked to Rick about coming on and doing some Packer stuff with me because he really does know his college. But I was like, you have to not drop F-bombs. So
good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, but he's really cool, dude. We've talked. He's a nice guy. Some of the other Frozen Tundra dudes, I was like, you guys want to come on for a Packer special, like a Packer panel? I think it'd be cool. So basically, it'd be Frozen Tundra without all the cursing. So I don't know. We'll see. But Fun Football Podcast is on Twitter. I'm not live streaming on YouTube anymore. I'm testing a theory, but it is on Twitter, on Facebook, and it's brought to you by Shady Sports Network. And like I said, me and Med, we have the Blitz. That's on Tuesday. So moving forward in the fall, Blitz will be Tuesday nights. Fun Football will be Thursday nights. AK, some nights I know it'll be late enough for you to come on because we start Blitz at 9 after Med show. That's his podcast night. So, yeah. But guys, everybody, any closing? We already did our closing thoughts, so I'm going to go ahead and close the show. Thank you for joining episode 40 of the Fun Football Podcast. And if everybody can stay on for a second, I got quick questions for y'all. But Thank you for all the people that have hung for almost 3 hours. You guys rock. Jason, you're the best. I'm going to start throwing the comments in at the end. Chris, you're the best. Thank you for coming on. Kelsey, thank you for coming on. There's some more. Millie, obviously, thank you for coming on. Med, you're on. Look at that. I'd like to bring more people on the show.
Leave it
Got
to the
some
Bears,
more.
man.
I know that guy.
Jason left a ton of comments. He was awesome. There's some more. Janae, look at that. You're on. Eli, I'd like to have you on sometime. That'd be awesome. And last thing, thank you for the 100,000. That means the world. It really does. And to the last two, I said it early in the show. I'm going to give you one more plug. The people that helped me get to 100, Millie retweeted this on Twitter. So thank you, dude. But the last couple followers that helped me get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, which I just can tell because it's like Facebook. It unlocks your profile, basically. It helps you get more recognized. But the Jag Bros, they do a Jaguar podcast. I've not gotten to listen to it yet. It was right before this show. But they helped me hit 100, and Punches and Popcorn were my last two. They had 100. So thank you, guys. Go check out their shows. JB wasn't on here, but go check out his show, the Big Bench Podcast, NFL Outdated, Millie Goats Podcast. I can think of so many more. After the Huddle, awesome shows. Go check them out. And this is episode 40. Thank you, guys, all of you for hopping on, and for Bill. Thank you, guys. Oh, and the wife's comment. I didn't say it earlier, but thank you for watching me. Thanks, guys.